Shishito.
Alright, welcome back everyone to Toronto Top Tiers 2. This is week 17 of our online quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, series. We are back this week. Last week we were away due to Canada Day, but here we are again, streaming some Fantasy Strike on Toronto Top Tiers 2. Today we're joined by Leontes and Aphotics. And for those that don't know, Leontes is the marketing director of Fantasy Strike, who will now be plugging the game that we're playing today.
Awesome. Let's see. I can't see your screen at the moment, but I am on the stream. And I'm trying to follow. I'm a little delayed. There we go. Yeah, that's the game. Yeah, this is Fantasy Strike. It is a fighting game made by David Serlin. He's the lead designer of Street Fighter 2 HG Remix. Strategically difficult, mechanically elegant. Sorry, my lips are a little cold. Just chug some water. Yeah, it's a game. It's on Switch, PS4, and Steam. Has crossplay for all platforms. Rollback netcode. You can check us out on discord.gg/fantasystrike. We're at fantasystrike.com.
And that being said, we're going over our first tournament match. It's going to be Thy Pirate King and Morpheus 8426.
Yeah, Morpheus, who I incorrectly stated was a Yomi player. I don't know. I swear there's somebody who has a name that's exactly similar to his name that I used to play Yomi against all the time. And maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't really know.
Well, not necessarily the most uncommon name, right?
Yeah. Oh man, maybe I'm confusing them with Copper. Maybe that was it, because Copper has like similar numbers. Copper, the Manelker player who would uppercut at every opportunity. But playing against Thy Pirate King, though, he's a guy who runs the weekend tournaments. Finally getting a chance to show off his own gameplay now.
Oh,
so
but we're not going to show off round one. That's premium.
Oh, no, premium content. We don't have that emoji made yet, right? No, there was a good slide we had.
Actually, I think they both. I think it looks like they both crashed, or someone crashed because Pirate King has a sword icon.
Yeah, in menus, so maybe they didn't actually get into it. Yeah, looks like they didn't actually. So not premium content.
We hope. I mean, we still have a chance for the premium.
I mean, 2 weeks ago it actually went really well. We didn't have any, as far as I could tell, any issues getting into games, but now we're in the match. Pirate King on the Geiger, which I'm not entirely sure. Like, I know he plays this character sometimes, but I haven't really seen much TPK gameplay in a while, though.
All right, so going right into it. Geiger obviously trying to keep DeGray out. Very difficult through the Ghost, though. You're going to have to rely on that flash gear like we just saw right there, just to counter things like the step from DeGray or just a meaty attack.
Oof. Yeah, Morpheus doing a lot of jump B, trying to traverse.
Gets away with the jump A there.
A lot of flash gears.
No anti-air. Oh, gets away with it. Oh, and then doesn't punish for 2. Oh boy, this is a crazy scramble. This will not punish.
Yeah, easy throw.
See, it can be tricky for Geiger to get damage in outside of flash gears, just because DeGray puts up this wall of just offense and pressure with the Ghost. So yeah, the flash gear again. So far, it's been the majority of Pirate King's damage. See if we can keep that going, though. It does get tough because eventually, yeah, nice forward A to sneak in before the gear can come out. And this is where DeGray's really advantage. Oh no, gets out of the corner. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, a little bit too slow there on the reaction there from Pirate King. Maybe could have had a chance of getting that flash gear out before blocking.
It's pretty tricky, actually. I mean, DeGray's moves are pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh, does not get the full damage. Okay, uses the super, just get out of the corner. Goes for this again. It's not going to work. I mean, yeah, you can randomly cross up, but it's really hard to punish a gear with that.
Yep. Parking goes for some little shenanigans there, trying to walk to Gray backwards into that gear.
Oh,
But
jeez, walking into forward A. Oh, it gets a block flash gear though. Great reaction on the C.
Nope. It's like a throw coming out of the Gray there. Yeah. Nice.
Wow, that's actually pretty tight timing. That was really more of a prediction than it was anything else.
And the 1 HP Geiger just trying to get some kind of flashing chip going. Oh, big
counter.
snipe.
Yeah, that was a good counter to the forward A. Just neutral jump out of Geiger's range.
Nice.
There it is. There's the full damage. All right. Morpheus finding his rhythm. I think. Oh, no, misses the chip. Still a really bad spot for Geiger, though. Yeah. That was actually not the best way to go about that, though, because that was a true block string. So it would have been better to actually wait for the gear to hit and recover, then go for the flash gear.
Yeah. Wow. Spencer Meter gets back.
We call that the refund. Oh, no. Thought he can get a punish. Definitely way too slow for that. I don't even know what to say about that.
I mean, I smile.
There it is.
Yeah, nice. Good conversion there. I mean, I smile every time Drop Gear loses to anything, so I'm happy with that whole situation there.
Degray is one of the Rushdown characters that a lot of times can extend his combo into an extra virtual damage due to chip. Like Valerie is also really good at that. And you saw there, so he hits him with jump A into AA, and then the ghost, and you have to avoid that ghost because it kills you, even unblocked.
Yeah, so all Val's throws do 2 damage, really.
Right, exactly.
Because you're going to eat some sort of chip setup. Okay.
Oh, here we go, right in the corner. Worth noting, so the swap to the Val, I guess some people see this as a counter match. I think it's still fine for Degray, but maybe more comfortable than Degray versus Owner, because that is definitely tough.
Yeah, I mean, Disc is really tough for Degray to deal with, so the advantage times for Valerie are a lot better than Geiger's, I'd say. In this matchup.
Oh, doesn't react to the counter hit. Still looking great. Yep, there you go. That was weird same side floatiness, but
blocking with
job.
the back of her neck. Good job, Val. That was nice.
It gets the throw, though. It's actually not the easiest thing in the world, even though you should be able to get it every time.
Yes. Yeah.
Morpheus just kind of flailing around with jump A. Oh, okay. Wow, that was like the last active frame. That was almost the bait. Yeah, Val's jump extremely floaty, so you're gonna get anti-aired by Ghost very easily.
Round 3. Fight.
Wow.
Okay.
Goes for opts to try to forward A at the start of the round. That is very brave against Val, who has faster and longer range pokes. Great avoidance. That was actually crazy. Gets the scoop. This is almost death. Oh, guess is right. Good block. Ooh, too slow. Still a chance. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, not canceling it to Ghost.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
Cover both sides.
That was impressive, because that's actually hard to even get the input out. If you screw that
to
up, you get forward A, you die.
That's right. Could have ground supered that.
Good avoidance there.
Actually works.
That was, you definitely want to get out of the corner if you can as Valerie here. Even though Valerie is normally the bully, Degray is the master of getting the opponent character cornered, no matter who he's fighting, really. Yeah, that'll do.
Nice
the jump is just so floaty that you can literally anti-air it with the Tyrant Crusher.
So I haven't
Fire
seen
King
a lot
maybe
of.
doesn't know what to do. Playing really passive. I mean, understandably against the Gray, you have to be more cautious than usual. But if you're playing passive as Val, it's probably a good sign that you're losing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we talked about whether Val is able to utilize Disc or not, right? And it's more so a symptom of a disease.
Right, yeah, exactly. Those are some crazy jump whiffs in the corner just due to the extremely fast versus extremely slow jump, causing them both to be at the apexes of their jumps every time. That was safe. He just mashed. Oh, no, that was the game.
Okay, giving TPK a chance here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magenta
Anti-air
will
Magenta.
literally anti-air any move in the game, as far as I know.
Yeah, Val's second attack is always her best. To jump AA, the Magenta.
Even the second neutral A is pretty nasty. It's just very
Yeah,
hard to apply.
Oh, okay.
Not parrying that zip. You really got to parry that zip.
Morpheus
you
really
can't let that one go.
letting Pirate King back in this set. But yeah, I'd love to see some disc here, some disc setups.
Way too much jumping going on. Morpheus not using the ghost to get in, rather trying to just jump. That'll work. Now this is, do you parry or not? You go right for the parry.
Yes.
That's it.
Perfect.
Funny enough, didn't actually have to time that to punish, just making him block good enough.
Yep, just BBB at that point. Wow, yeah, if TPK takes the set, we can pinpoint the exact moment that kind of slipped away from Morpheus, so...
I mean, it really does happen, especially considering that Pirate King had just switched characters. Sometimes you just need a minute to adjust your brain to the character or the matchup or whatever. But if you have a better understanding of the match than your opponent in Fantasy Strike, you can really start winning 100% of rounds, like pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight. 1, 2.
Man, Morpheus is taking risks that, quite frankly, just does not need to be taken.
Yeah, just ground ghost, walk forward, neutral A, like all these, like neutral A and forward A are extremely big bully buttons in this matchup for him.
Big 2 down. Oh, that could have been a juggle, I think.
Nice.
And that should do it. Doesn't jump backwards. You have to jump backwards. He neutral jumped or jumped forward. Hard to tell which, but you have to.
It was a forward jump.
Assist.
So maybe neutral might have been just fine as well, but
Again, just huge risk, like just going for pure gimmicks, because Pirate King had not pressed the button all round. That's safe. Oh no, doesn't parry it. Funny enough, it's actually pretty hard for a lot of characters to punish Valerie just mashing forward B, flying away from you. Gets the meaty yellow.
Assist.
Not safe again. Again, it's safe, and he keeps mashing buttons, but not parry, which I don't know. Actually, parry against that one might not work, but against like you don't have to press forward A or whatever he's trying to press.
Gotcha. Assist.
Goes for the ghost, but yeah, Valerie's small and fast.
Kicks.
Oh no, neutral A there every time, or A there every time, and she'll have to land on it, block it, you have frame advantage, but instead just punts it away with the C.
yeah, Morpheus was totally in control of this whole set, but Pirate King just slowly walking this back now.
Okay, that's also safe. Okay. Didn't have to use the B, but I understand feeling like you might have. Okay, blocks the cross of yellow, but gets absolutely nothing for it.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
good Yomi counter.
Yeah, that was really smart. Disc set up, let's go.
Doesn't take the guaranteed 2 damage. Oh no! Oh, this is
Here we
death
go.
if he does it right. Oh my
man.
Okay, it's. Oh.
Gotcha. KO.
All right. So what you just saw there? So I know that looked weird to most of you at home. That was something we call like in the speedrunning community RNG manipulation. He was trying to get a better seat for the next round. He knew he had it.
Assist.
Right. And he just wanted to get the donation of the meter from TPK. He also knew that TPK would spam the chromatic orb in that situation.
Okay, safe again. Gets 3, great, and okay. One thing we haven't seen at all. Oh yeah, like he actually. I think if he pressed the button earlier, he might have gotten hit by the magenta. So that was a good delay. Yeah. What I was gonna say though, something we haven't seen at all is Pirate King does jump sometimes, and oh boy, and against the jump, DeGray's jump super just destroys.
Yeah, she doesn't have a way. Like, you could do a weirdly timed jump disc to, like, maybe take one, catch him in the air. But
Yeah, then he like has to land on it. But
yeah, all right. Morpheus walked this one back. He's gonna take this game 2-1.
that was a close match. I think
Yeah.
Pirate King probably kicking himself for not starting with Val, because I think had that been a three-peat of the Val versus DeGray, Pirate King might have walked away with it.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's have the bracket up. Do I have to bracket up? I do have to bracket up. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Monorail versus Drag.
Oh
So
wow,
Monorail
the
on the left.
translations guy himself.
Yeah. I think that's his sponsor in the chat, in the on Smash.gg. This is like translation. Translation Sky Grag, yeah, there he is. Yeah, I worked on the Japanese version of the game and many other games.
Round
in
one.
his
The
time.
arcade perfect Japanese version.
That's right. And Monorail rocking the Fantasy Strike official grave costume as usual.
Right. Oh, bold sword, but punishes the point blank forward A.
And sword, I feel like it has a lot of applications in this matchup. It's like it's tough to. You can get punished a lot, but the worst that happens to you is take one. So it's like one of the few matchups where sword you can get away with a little bit more.
Whoa, crazy jumping going on from Greg. Oh,
Nice counter
huge
hit.
juggle. Here we go. I don't know what's going on.
He's trying to like Kara a big fish with like a CB input. or
Okay,
something.
lands the poison. That's kind of what he needed. Oh yeah, that's so hard. It's so ridiculously hard to block that.
Round
Yeah, lightning was same side, but then the body was the other side.
Okay, that's legit. Getting the jump forward A and then landing safely. You do land with disadvantage though, so you, even though you get the damage, you do lose initiative. Oh, it doesn't get the forward A. That was a free forward A punish. Okay, are we playing with moon gravity on or something? What is going on?
Scouts and knives, just
Yeah,
flying around.
Fish and jumps. Is that? Again, okay. This is. It's very hard to win in the air.
One,
as
two.
hard. Almost gets the trade into punish.
Flashing chip now.
Yeah, very smart actually. Oh, Monorail doesn't do it that time. That actually would have got away with it again. So Monorail the first time takes the blue fish
Yeah.
because the chip would have been lethal, and it worked out for her. But then doesn't remember to do it the second time.
Yeah.
Maybe
You-
hoping that chip would just barely wear off.
Yeah, there was a time when the
Oh
ooh,
no, flying into the poison. That's not what we. Oh geez. Oh, this is a huge disaster. Oh, it's over.
yeah. There was a time when the bluefish, if it would chip kill you, it didn't, and it just hit you. But now it looks like it actually does. Like you have to let go of your controls and like eat the fish to not die. Interesting dynamics with how that.
You got a Yomi counter the fish.
Yep. Same thing with Degray Ghost.
Oh, that was a really good jump B. Oh no, see, jumping in neutral as Arg just lets Grave do whatever he wants. Big juggle.
Juggles.
I usually like to juggle with back A there over the neutral A, but neutral A was actually a good choice
got him.
there. Wow. And high air to air to have time to juggle into the forward A, no less. Yeah, these safe wins, it's a big error, but it's honestly not costing Greg right now. Oh, great jumpy in. It's so hard for Arg to deal with jumpy, it's absurd.
Yeah, Graves got the best jump-ins in the game, I'd say. So even the God Hand has to worry
here we
about
go.
it.
Oh boy, that's 3 damage. Alright, has to navigate the bubble shield, but has a gigantic life lead. Oh, doesn't even go. Wow, that was Greg being very cheeky, saying, I know you're going to bait the bubble shield, so now I'm going to use it.
Yeah, just have it for the next round, maybe. You have to win 2 more after this, and I only
Oh,
gotta win
boy.
1. But not a great start to this round there.
Alright, here comes the poison fish, and here comes the wind. Oh no, extends the hitbox. You can make that fish actually travel backwards, and Arg cannot throw fish at all, and it's a huge disaster.
Okay. Super pop.
I think Monorail just might not be used to the way Greg's playing, and neither is our game client, so they can't keep up either.
Just too many noodly arms on the screen. Just one too many jump A's. So we'll see if we get into this one. Either it's going to be Greg taking the round and winning the first game of the set, or we'll have round 7. Yeah, while we're all waiting here, so I just want to say thanks to all 29 of you guys in the Twitch chat. If you still have your Amazon Prime floating around and you want to spend it somewhere nice, this is a great place. Get some nice emotes. We'll probably talk about that a little bit later in the stream. But we're back into the match. Looks like
Yeah, it looks like
Greg
Greg
won
takes
the first game. Yeah.
great anti-air there. Yeah, out of range. That jump's actually tough for Arc to deal with. You kind of have to guess.
Okay, I feel like Greg seems like kind of allergic to taking chip damage. Like, it's like, I'm the guy who does the slow pressure stuff. So when he's like flashing red, instead of taking that third projectile, he's more willing to just jump and try to get around it. And I think that might be what's causing a lot of the air-to-air gameplay going on. It's an unwillingness to block the projectile spam. Nice.
Like the layers of gimmicks. Like this is all like very shaky, but it's working out so well that I mean, absolutely, you should keep doing it.
Yeah, you just keep doing this until it ceases to work.
That's a whiff. Yep. Good recognizing that whiffed, because it's really confusing sometimes to know if a throw is whiffing when you activate Bubble Shield or whether it's about to throw.
Yes. Big snipes over the big cloud.
All right, so at some point, Monorail has to realize that Greg actually just has the jump button taped down and needs to just be looking at anti-air.
He's actually, every time he does a normal on the ground, he's like canceling jump frames.
Yeah. It's like the only reason he's doing the ground moves is so he doesn't have to jump again.
Yeah. His controller's been broken this whole time. He just does a really good job of hiding it. Okay, activate bubble from distance. Just has a lot of time.
Interesting choice. I mean, sure. I mean, it does power up your travel, which would be cool, like that.
Yep.
Good anti-air. Gets the sword. There's still huge advantage for Monorail. Backing up, you actually don't want to back up. You want to close the distance when Arc sword.
Okay.
Oh.
Getting ready.
My God.
Fight.
Oh no. The sneak preview of
No,
what
you're not
might be to
supposed to see that,
come.
guys. No, that didn't happen, okay? Calm down.
Yes, getting around those projectiles. I mean, the longer you wait, the more time, Grave has to set up wind. So it's,
Yeah, theoretically,
it's
this is the long. Yeah, doing nothing actually favors Grave in theory.
and sometimes you get a bubble shield into a Yomi counter, and you go in with a pop.
Boy. So yeah, the way to deal with traveling is not to go air to air. It is to just let him float to the ground like a helpless fish, and then super.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the white flashes after he does the pop. It's like hard to time for the Arc, but it seems like if Greg does this all day,
Yeah, he's the master.
yeah, he does exactly how to do it.
Now. Oh, okay, yeah, that works too. Anti-air, there you go. And oh no, he pressed the button.
Yeah. The Grave going for the throw. It's Yomi countered, so we're going to start the potentially final round with Super. So Monorail's got a big hill to climb at the moment. A river to swim up. A waterfall, even.
The other thing is, Monorail's not closing the distance during all these traveling whiffs. You can just walk the arc down during all that.
Yeah. Like a lot of times, Greg's trying to get around projectile. Nice projectile poked out that forward A. So
Jumping
if you
above him,
expect that,
another good move.
Oh, I see. Trying to adapt to the jump A snipes as well by putting like slower projectiles in the path of the jump A.
Fight.
So there's some adaptation coming out of Monorail here. It's pretty good.
Good job punishing the river there. Really interesting that rather than going for giant fish to like stick poisons, just saying I'm just gonna throw bubble shield, not in pressure.
Just wants to go in with those.
Okay, finally punished. Yeah, that was way too gimmicky. I mean, I think Greg might be a little bit inspired by the stage he's playing on because he is definitely pulling slot machine levers constantly.
I mean, argue if he has the money, he can play 6 at once.
Yeah, that's not fair at all, really. Arg is the reason why online poker got banned. Multi-tabling like no other. Oh,
Just ground
Mike,
super these.
please, not like that. Oh no, that's gonna anti-air.
Yeah, Greg's gonna take that 2-0. Wow, surprising.
I would call that an upset, especially in the way it went down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it just might be a little bit of frustration. Like I know I can get that way sometimes when I'm facing an unprecedented playstyle that I never see. And it's
I mean, I've definitely never seen that, and I'm not being facetious.
Right.
I have no idea what was going on there. I don't think maybe either of the players knew what was going on, but hey.
Let's see, Faye OK in the chat saying, I don't know if Fox is reading this chat, but thanks for the Satsuki guide. Really helped play the game right.
Let me actually get the chat open.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I'm glad it helped.
Yeah, Monorail saying I forgot to play. Yeah, I mean, maybe you need a little bit more air super in your life if you're just going to get bubble popped all day, or just random ground super to catch the random limbs, right? That's one thing that's nice about having supers like Jaina's ground super and Graves is they have that animation. So in the arc fight in particular, you can just steal a lot of his body parts with moves like that. Back to the casino.
Fight.
Gonna get Janet versus MKAL's Valerie.
So I would consider this a brutally hard match for Lum, but we'll see what MKAL and Janet can make of it.
Yep, Magenta cleans up.
Round 2.
Basically, Lum has to take huge risks immediately in order to generate any sort of offense, otherwise he just gets walked down into the corner and destroyed.
Yep, you can juggle with that.
Yep,
You get another one.
This is death. Yep, you're dead.
Perfect. Round
Yeah, you get that
3.
chip setup right after. That's like a 4 damage anti-air.
This should trade. Oh no, gets a clean. Barely didn't come out in time. Pretty decent. Way better than decent jackpot now.
Yeah, now with the baby Lum on the field. Oh, good. Rekka's right through it though.
Okay,
Say it's
so
like a great
when
opportunity.
you block that forward yellow, depending on the spacing, from a close distance, you can walk forward for, I think it's 2 frames, and then
Round
throw,
4.
and you're barely in range.
Fight.
The issue with that, it's really important, but the issue with it is if you do it too early, you whiff the throw, and if you do it too late, you can get Yomi counted. So, good luck.
Right. Yeah, you're playing Dark Souls, but you know she's playing
Fight.
Mario 2.
However, though, I will say, if you can pull that off, this match gets way less bad. Okay, the fireworks at least helps compensate. Oh, this is just over. Oh, wow. Oh, MKAL not covering the only option. That was maybe just a tactical error because all Janet could do was jump there.
Oh.
Doesn't get the juggle, but that's okay. And that's the game.
One more, and then Rekka's. Yep.
Perfect.
So that was a 5 damage anti-air setup, essentially.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, jump AA to the ground super, into neutral A, juggle, into Rekka's. Say goodnight.
Yeah, and
So, yeah.
Janet's saying, "Get me out of here." So I guess MKAL, maybe this was that was a genuine blind pick, and MKAL just sniped the better of the guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, here we go, huge
Oh.
damage. That's actually death.
Now you're dead. Maybe. Oh,
Interesting. That is death because even though Val can anti-fireball, the rainbow will just die to the jumpy anyway.
My turn.
Or to Valve super. Is that what happened? Maybe I was looking at the wrong super.
maybe Val did have super at the time, so just wanted to avoid that.
Because yeah, super does stop the setup. Good dodge, and
Nice.
yeah, wow, that was an obscenely good timing on the ghost. Holy moly, I would have never gotten that.
Okay, take 1, get 2 though.
Justice kick.
Oh,
Counter hit on the last, like that's really rare. Even if you get countered by Rainbow for it to combo into Rekka's, but on the last tick only, it just
Yeah. So that was like a 5 damage setup too, because it was 2 Rekka's into the counterpoint step.
what just happened? There's some wild stuff going on today. I'm liking these matches.
Yeah, and just as fast as I try to explain the last mix-up, the next round's over already. And you know, people said this game was slow. But maybe it's slow if you don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, no. So on the counter hit from mid screen, they literally are gonna get wall bounce no matter what. So you can always get the second BB follow up.
Round
Yeah.
6. Fight.
And that was another C that would combo into records
Oh
as well.
no! The second hit of the jump A is so nasty.
This time.
Yeah, this is it actually. Oh wait, what? Not it. Oh wow.
Yeah, missed the jump B.
Round 7. Fight.
Fluffiest Princess. A lot of people said this game was slow, but it's slow when you flounder around and miss all your punishes and you don't get optimal combos like that.
Perfect. You lose.
Yeah, first couple games I saw this looks fun, but it looks a bit slow. It's like yeah, you can
Just
see
like
some
that,
of
we're
these-
tied up.
Round 1.
Yeah, some of these matchups can be like 3 or 4 seconds long.
MKAL does not like the not going to his Jaina. He says he likes the Val match better, which I would probably agree with. Yep, counter hit B. Even if that didn't get the second B juggle, could have just juggled into a forward A because you have all day on the counter hit jump B. Yep, so the rainbow will counter the step.
Ooh. Didn't get the juggle the BB after that.
Man, there's so much jump A going on. I've never jumped so much in my whole life as I've seen in this tournament.
Fight.
Bait that time. Nicely done.
This is huge trouble. No, doesn't confirm. Yellow counter hit is death because it combos back into the Rekka.
That's the main thing you gotta look for when you hit those. When you go for the yellow, your brain's gotta be synced into like this is bad for me already. If I get the outcome that I want, I have to capitalize on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't. So you actually can get it, but you have to not.
Is
it's
it
weird.
B and then BB?
Right? Yeah, exactly. You have to like wait for your step to finish.
These empty throws.
My turn.
Oh, the third one.
This shouldn't. Man, like. I don't know. It's like there's so much chances here for MKL to close these rounds out, but it's just not
man.
quite coming together. Okay, here's a great round. Oh,
Nicely done.
no. Yeah, so,
Perfect.
Zip is mostly a gimmicky move,
Round
but
6.
that spacing and timing, that was like really hard to tell what was going to happen.
Objection.
MKL can close it out. Oh, great air ghost.
Assist. Ha.
MKL sees one guess, though.
Assist.
Oh, wow, gambles it.
Janet ties it up. So now we're on the final round of the set.
This is only like winners eighths, but this very easily could have been like a winners finals match. So this is a lot riding on this. Goes for the Rekkas over the throw into disc.
Oh,
Gets
no.
the throw. Oh, same side B, nasty.
Perfect.
So I think it's smart actually when you have a disc set up to sometimes just go for a zip because their brain might be so ready for okay, here comes disc that.
Here comes the animation. Oh wait, I have to block now.
Yeah, like, oops, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that situation too.
Oh no.
Not the bees. Not the bees.
I'm gonna nominate that match for a match of the tournament, even though we've only seen 3 matches in the tournament.
Yeah, it's like when people say this is the best song of the decade or whatever, and it's January 3rd, 2020.
Oh yeah.
Very well played. Now I'm going to get to Organist. Let's see if they're rocking the Rook today. Always love to see it. Organist going to be playing against Consult L Bracket Fishdog. So might get the Rook v Arg here.
I would be very surprised if any player, even as confident in Rook as Organist, would be willing to play Rook into Arg, but we'll see.
I mean, they've definitely proven themselves in or the last tournament that I remember casting where Organist got like either the grand finals or to
Organist won
like,
one of the more recent ones.
yeah. I think they played it like every single matchup was like Jaina, Geiger, Arg, like 100%, like all the way up the whole tournament. And just like it wasn't even that people were counterpicking; it was just that's
That's
what they were
who
into.
plays in this tournament.
Yeah. So they didn't play against like Janet, for example, who would just mix up with DeGray and Lum, or. And they're saying that they're pinging Fishdog, but
Unfortunately, Fishdog with a heart attack just on the sight
Oh.
of seeing Organist.
all right, let's set the record straight. So Organist says, I pronounce the accent of my name on the first syllable though, and I never knew that. So now I am well aware. So it is
Organist.
Organist, yeah.
Okay, the way I'm gonna remember that is I'm gonna pretend it's like .org.
Yeah. Or that Organist is some flesh abomination, you know, like a...
Yeah, it could be like a the new Dota zombie hero.
Yeah. Yeah, I made just an amalgamation of organs. Like if Rook were made of flesh.
Oh, Fishdog getting removed from friends because of his delay. Oh, okay, never mind. False alarm. I see. It's a smash up of organized chaos.
Gotcha. All right.
It's like my name derived of the word aphotic, and then an X.
And it's like dark X, you know, like X, lowercase x, uppercase X underscore something.
And then for fun, I say my own name, not the way you would say the word aphotic, because I don't say aphotic. No one says that. It's aphotic,
Right.
but it's aphotics, you know? From Long Island, okay?
Big Abaddon player, right? In the Dota, that's where your name's
Oh
from.
yeah.
So maybe Fishdog's not around. Maybe we're not going to get into this match. Like, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
they are they in the chat. I'm not actually in that. I am not really following the Stun City Discord at the moment.
According to the game, he's in menus, so maybe he just took a bathroom break.
Maybe his drapes are on fire.
Well, he's got to do some ground C. Put that shit up. Fashionably late, dramatic entrance. We're gonna hear his music play. Next
All right, let's
pane
get
of
an,
glass
let's
will break.
get an organist boss rush, and if the boss rush is won before Fishdog gets back, then that's an auto win. As Rook, it's pretty easy. You just kind of hit C, and then you did it.
Let's all take the moment to, we don't have Hydration Bot over here in the chat, but let's all take a moment to grab a glass of water, fill that thing to the brim, get half of it down before the next match. It's good for everyone. We got to be staying up on top of our self-care during these hard times.
Or in my case, Zevia. Shout out to Zevia.
Oh, dude, I had a Zevia earlier. The caffeine-free cola, got the blue can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Yeah, pirates don't drink water.
All right, you could also swim in your water bottle or set sail in it or whatever you do.
Pirates drink rum and wine. They're tired of water. There's too much water.
Don't they actually drink grog? Not to be confused with Greg.
Grog, yeah. Good old Monkey Island reference. No, let's all thank Secret of Monkey Island for the game we have in front of us. A little lore tidbit. Talked to David Serlin about game design and stuff, and how we have a shared love for the old point and click adventure games of the past. And I told him that I think my favorite game series of all time is Secret of Monkey Island. Like I've met Ron Gilbert. I've met the voice of the main character of the game at a convention and stuff. I love it. And Serlin said that playing The Secret of Monkey Island made him want to make games. So shout out to LucasArts and the Secret of Monkey Island series for the fighting game you have in front of you right now.
Clear connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have to give my vote if we're voting on best old point and click adventures. I got to give it up to Grim Fandango.
Oh, the game where you don't point or click, where you have to.
Well, no, you click. You don't. Do you move? I don't even remember.
No, you move around. It's 3D,
right.
So you like WASD around.
But I mean, let's be honest. It's point and click that they added a couple extra clicks.
So Grim Fandango, I love the story, but even I admit it has the puzzles haven't aged well. I actually played it recently on the Switch, and I'm like, goddamn, how anyone could have figured this crap out back in the day is just beyond me. But story, voice acting,
yeah, I think
the
for me,
plots,
the
incredible.
voice, that was the first game I ever knew like you could have professional voice acting in a video game.
Oh yeah, absolutely incredible. So we're rolling back to Greg here.
Back to the grog.
Drag versus Aronico. Aronico been playing real strong on Jaina past couple tournaments, and as we know, Jaina versus Art can be pretty rough for the Fishman. But no, looks like he's going to be grabbing the Valerie.
Okay,
Valerie
this
in the
is,
red dress.
I would say this is the most volatile match that ARG has by far.
Yeah. What happened in the first 3 seconds will dictate the course of the entire round.
Well, I mean, that is the whole round, so I'm not, sure, not too sure what you're talking about.
It's like
will dictate which character falls helplessly and lifelessly to the ground.
It's probably one of the matchups also that in this game, if like we just went into the code and said, you know what, we want the characters to start 10 pixels farther away from each other before the round starts. This is the matchup that is changed the most by like a lot, you know.
Round
All right, here we go. All right, so round 1 went to Aronico. Really excited to see when the other 6 Aronicos enter the tournament.
Imagine this is like the real speed. Like we're on catch-up mode right now, just to get to the.
Yeah, that's not fair. You can't even commentate that on fast forward. All right, opens his round, walk forward super, very powerful because ARG cannot press anything against that. Oh, dirty cross-up. Oh, dirty cross-ups everywhere.
Perfect.
Not choosing to go for the bubble shield.
Round 4.
Against the Wreck-It Chain, it's pretty good to use it. Okay, big fish to build some space and time. Yeah, gets the anti-air. Could have actually comboed that goldfish hit into a forward A, but gets the forward A anyway.
KO. Perfect.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get pushed out and then you stay out forever
Fight.
until you get ground super. You can maybe do a YOLO walk forward ground super.
Wow. What? Dude, I swear I see something new every day.
That was the retraction of the staff. Like,
Yeah, dude.
getting in front of the camera.
Oh my god, lum throwing Val? Except that was ARG? Craziness? Bubble shield is very hard to approach. Oh no. Oh no. Never mind, chooses to die.
I like how it's so important to the Lum matchup that you throw her out of the startup of Cyan that any other character we call it a Lum throw.
It's a lum throw, dude.
Okay, Greg knew better than to try a back A that second
Oh
hit
yeah,
on that jump A.
never going to be in range of a throw after the neutral A.
You win.
That was just a miscalculation, I think. Greg, maybe a little mental hiccup. You really got to make use of the advantage frames you have after block yellow, and whiffing a throw is not it. Oh. Huge pressure. It's just really so hard for ARG. When you get B out and time to recover, oh my, that could have been like infinite damage.
Yeah, that was almost a
KO.
lightning loop in the corner there.
Round 2.
This is going so fast I can't make any points about it. Here we go. Yep, and that's the other thing you got to worry about. So even though I just said, I'm sorry, Greg, I lied to you. I said you had to use the advantage frames, but I also forgot to mention you have to avoid the super.
Well, it's like when you try to tell somebody, like, oh, I'm going to learn how to play Dota. Can you coach me? And you're like, all right, stun him now. Wait, not now. No, too late. No, do it again. No, walk forward. No, back up. No, walk up. No, back up.
There it is. So that's what I was trying to say before is when you throw out the blue fish and they have time, you have recovered, but they have time to rainbow through it. You have to be ready for the back A to punish the rainbow. Greg nailed it there. That was great.
Yeah,
One of the round.
It's so incredibly high in these matchups.
That's gonna... Okay, it virtually whipped. You didn't get any damage. Oh, no. Oh, the swag neutral A to finish.
Round 5.
I love Val's neutral A. That's my favorite buttons on that character.
They should do chip damage so you can use them.
And the second one, too.
The second one should actually just kill. Okay, good anti-air. Oh, it doesn't have the back A that time. This should be able to pop, yeah.
Hey, Greg, trying to stay alive.
It's a poison, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, Ronico, quick 2-0 there.
Yeah, that's tough.
You win.
All right, Organist saying Fishdog lives. Looks like maybe they're in a lobby now.
Yeah, Aronico with the quick one. That is a very volatile match. It can go either way. I would rate it as basically 5-5, but it certainly can be one-sided even amongst people who are roughly the same skill level.
Yeah, is someone being tickle tortured in your dungeon there? Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
Taking some busy time out of your day
Rook.
to come commentate the Toronto Top Tiers tournament here. Got the Ice Blue Rook against the Golden Fish. Trying Trying to blend in with the orange fish that comes out of the water there. Very tricky.
Round 1.
All right, let's see what Organist can make it. Oh, sorry, Organist can make of this.
Landslide. Earthquake.
Oh boy, a traveling. All right, well that's a good way to die. So I would say a good amount of jump Cs as Arg to do against Rook is 0 in your entire career.
Once they're away from
Oh my
him,
God.
while he's purple.
That was a nasty dive stick. Oh, gets the goldfish anti-air. Okay, gets the put. Oh, you need a big fish that. Okay, this will pop. This will work. Yeah, no, you can't get the jumper there because he got put into block stun. Okay, here we go. Still a chance. Yeah, it's tough.
Oh,
Had to block there and then walk up and throw.
Fight. Earthquake. Landslide.
Yeah, not a favorable trade. Okay, jumped away. Oh no, wrong punish. Oh, disaster. So one thing that we were actually discussing, quite a few people in the Discord, the Fantasy Strike Discord, which by the way you should join that if you're not in it, is that
Perfect.
Rook, even though he theoretically struggles with a lot of these zoner matchups, if they make even just one big mistake, the round's over and Rook wins.
I mean, that's how Rook is kind of designed.
This is out of range. Well, okay, that works.
I'll tell you from the dev side of things, very, very hard to design grapplers in fighting games that are either not the best or the worst. It's very, very difficult,
Right.
just because of
exactly.
how they're built. And we did a pretty good job with Rook. The best you can do without him dominating the entire game, you know.
Yeah, I prefer Rook to be the worst character in theory than the best.
Yeah. It's just grappler life, you know. You gotta pay for those 66% when you get in.
Finally fails to jump. And all right, that was a really quick 4-0, so you know, forget everything I said.
You win.
Well, you know, like you said, you make one mistake and you die, and Organist doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Round 1.
And because, you know, Organist has a little bit of meta armor as well, right? When you're like one of the only remaining Rook players and everyone else plays tons of matches against a lot of different people, you might just start to, like, your Rook muscle gets a little bit weak. And then you play against the most godly one in the whole game, and then it's like, oh crap, like I'm not prepared for this.
Definitely a real thing.
I don't know if there's a name for it, but I call it meta armor.
That works. I like it. Good Yomi counter there to escape the pressure. Loses that 66% gamble.
Yeah, that's the thing though. If you were wrong there, it was just complete catastrophe no matter how much health you had.
Okay, normal throw. Yeah, it doesn't realize it's a whiff. It's because it's bizarre how that works even.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I thought that looks like Fishdog might have been trying to get a back goldfish, but it was a little bit too late, and ended up going to bubble instead.
Yeah, I mean it's just one too many times, just giving Rook too much time, I think, to get in and get under him. Like right now.
Yep, take a 3. What is the setup? Let's see. Everyone study. Okay, we get a clap. Now 1 HP against bubble shield. What do? Stand still. Goes for command grab though. Okay. That's the neat thing about like playing this game is like watching these strong players. You can just sort of say like, okay, we can really boil down these situations to a couple options and see what they do and what their success rates are in the situation. It's pretty cool.
Oh boy, again with the traveling. Yeah.
Jumpable.
Round 5.
Got super to neutral Aoki.
Earthquake. Landslide. Vines.
So in order to properly punish earthquakes as Arg, you have to neutral jump and or not necessarily neutral, but you have to jump and immediately dive stick so you can set up a river or blue fish. Okay.
Getting out of that. Oh!
No, it's actually safe. Oh no, yeah. Okay.
Oh!
This is actually still
grabs.
Arg favored right now.
Yeah.
See, but he's letting the jump finish, so he actually gets no advantage.
Jump back C is good when you have poison ticking. Wow! Organist gets through. I mean, the clock's on Organist's side at this point.
Yeah, this is tough. Okay, here's the giant fish. Poison will still deal damage in time, I believe. Yeah, okay.
Oh, now it's time, yeah. So yeah, really hard to get that last point of damage when you reset, and the Rook player is on one polar opposite of the screen. You know.
Oh yeah,
on the
I like one life Arg versus full life Rook from full screen.
inside. With 30 seconds to go, you'll make it in time.
Vine.
Ooh! Stick to the vines there.
Okay, this is a neutral A.
Landslide.
No, so much. It's just so much. Like jump A is not a move I don't think Arg ever needs to use.
That's gonna be the set right there. Round super. Yeah, just jump B in a lot of these situations, right? It's gonna recover fast enough. It's gonna
I
have
would
the
just
hitbox.
not jump at all, ever.
Yeah.
Except when I'm reading Earthquake.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. X taking notes. And now we're gonna get another, well, the X Rook player over here. I'm sure it busts him out on occasion, but Rook Hugger is gonna face off against Morpheus 8624. And
No, no, it's 8-4-2-6. You're thinking
what?
of the other person in the tournament. You said 8-6-2-4.
but that's their Smash ID.
They don't even know their own name. When they were making that one, they took the red pill, and here they're taking the blue pill. Okay.
Yeah, it's alternates, realities on the internet.
Valerie.
I have an idea.
Okay, looks like it's going to be, yeah, Rook Hugger on the left on the Valerie. And we'll see round 1 of this fight,
Very exciting.
not round 2.
So I'd say Rook Hugger is the second most tournament wins of any Fantasy Strike player, I believe, or at least
That's,
placements.
Yeah, that's the correct thing to say. Very strong Val, very strong Gray, very strong Grave. Plays Geiger, plays Rook, everything.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
just
such
goes
deep.
right over. The Great Jump is just a thing of beauty.
It's got like that, you know, ST claw jump. It's really brutal. Good. Okay, oh, I like the fake. Does not make contact with Morpheus, so he cannot ground super that.
Morpheus really likes the jump B, which, not that there's anything wrong with it, but definitely not necessarily what the top Geigers, or DeGrays go for to approach.
Round
Yeah, mostly just want to use ground ghost, walk forward. Neutral A is a pretty good bully button. You can catch jumps with forward A for like 3 damage. Gets in that time. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
safe
just
setup.
like that. It just one mistake and your life bar's gone.
Fight.
And that's why these rounds are first to 4, folks.
Good disc.
Okay, gets the 2 damage on that. Oh,
Yep,
good bait.
Safe jump. That actually probably would have. Wow, it goes for a huge gimmick. That was actually extremely good of Morpheus to see that, because
Yeah.
that's very hard to see.
KO. Round 5. Fight.
And Rook Hugger looking solid here. Oh, this dude! I swear to God, I have just a curse of death.
Well, you know, you just get caught on one jump in and you lose 3/4 of your life.
Okay, this is still very winnable. Okay, at some point needs to actually mix in like actual zips, I think. The fake one's a good mix-up, but
Yeah. Oh, I like that play from.
this will kill.
Yeah, sneaks over the top of that disc.
Round 6.
I think if more life was on both sides, then he would have to land into the disc and all
Yep.
that. But a huge Yomi
Oh,
counter.
no.
Val's
With
Yomi
no-
counter, notoriously counterable.
Yeah, with no way to get out of this.
Weird to just neutral or just empty jump over, but whatever, works out.
He's trying to get him to block
You
wrong.
win.
Hey, Toronto Top Tiers rating with the party at 19. Thanks so much, Street Fighter fans. Hope you enjoy watching this great Fantasy Strike production by your own safety man.
Now I wonder how unsafe the Toronto Top Tiers 1 stream is without him there.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, they have Danger Man to watch over that.
Oh god. Going Morpheus, I've never seen him swap characters in all of these tournaments, but on the Satsuki, which is not the character I would use to counter Val.
Ooh!
Yeah, cannot use B, just loses to Orb. Except there's some really weird timing where the kick can beat the Orb, but for the most part you can just press Orb and it'll win.
Dance in the air there. Both characters are just so squirrely.
Yeah, so this match, Satsuki has a turtle in it, like way more than in any other match. And
Yeah.
you have to be a real expert. I'd say this is my least favorite match to play as Satsuki, even though I'm not saying it's a bad one, but
Perfect.
you have to play so specifically.
You have to do more jump back dive kick than you really feel comfortable, most likely.
And well, you have to really just do nothing a lot, and then anti-air
Yeah.
super, and then do anything. And then if that doesn't work, wait till you have super again. And then, of course, in doing that, you give Val her super, and that's a problem. Wow, good reversal super there. You don't see that too much.
Okay.
Oh, what? I don't know why that hit, but all right.
Round 5.
Maybe
Fight.
thought it might cross up. I'm not entirely sure.
It's almost impossible to get the cross up from there, but hey.
Oof.
You cannot randomly be in this match. Or any, but definitely not in this one. Yeah, I was going to say, no, not going to work.
Perfect.
It was either get anti-aired by that or
Or just die to the block streak.
slide into the disc or ran right into it. Thank you, Eric D. Red, for the Twitch Prime sub, and also Turbo Taco. Enjoy those emotes. Let's see if Organist, it's going to take a bit. If Organist has foretold their own fate, saying, what did you say earlier? That you're going to get bodied in the next match.
Those are some beautiful sunglasses on the emote I just put in chat. Going right in between the eye.
Wait, what? How did...
I paid my points, man.
Oh man, to upgrade the emotes, I haven't done that. Yeah.
I still want to know what happened to the Boba upgrade. That was the best one.
I just noticed the Phil's bad grave. I never noticed that one before.
Earthquake. Landslide. Earthquake.
It's so good. All right, so okay, I see why now. So Organist, knowing that they're going to be facing off against Veronica's Jaina, has been pretty strong in the tournament against everybody, but yeah, the Rook versus Jaina match definitely can be a.
Oh boy, gets the anti-air into the Rain of Fire. Very tough.
A big ol' stop sign for your tournament life.
I actually think this is very difficult for Jaina to execute at the highest level. Still heavily favored if you can, but I suck at this against like a competent Rook. I think it's not easy.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of no-no stuff. Like you want to Jaina likes to just rush people down with dive kicks, and that's complete suicide in this matchup. So you have all these like times where you expect that you'd be safe to do a certain thing, but really you have to play lamer and more boring, and you take risks like that. If you get the whiffs, Dragon Punch, then you end up just getting destroyed.
Yeah, kind of my point. That actually wasn't a risk. That was just error. It was just it's very hard to know. It's very hard to you really have to be polished in this match, I think.
Yeah. Just a typical neutral scenario can make the best players look like trash in a lot of cases when it looks like people are just getting run over and perfected, but it's just the nature of how the matchup works.
And just neutral or forward A's right into death.
Round 4. Fight. Earthquake.
Rain of fire!
Landslide.
Burn!
Good DP. You have the DP after the armor ends, which is actually also again not as easy as it might seem.
Yeah, little quirks you gotta work out.
More ideally though, to punch landslide is actually ground super. That will always pretty much get it, and you get the full damage.
Yeah. Armor break, take 2, pushing full screen, all good stuff. Okay, stare down.
That was really
Little
interesting
too far.
that Organist didn't go for anything. Like, I don't know, just strictly hoping for a DP, I guess. A good job to slide the screen barely forward to force Organist to take the one full chip.
Round 5. Fight. Thunderclap.
Rain of fire!
Earthquake.
This time it's the Earthquake, tries to get in.
It's very difficult.
Yeah,
Very
gets
important.
that. It's like pinpoint accuracy, otherwise you're not getting it. Okay, uses. Okay, I mean, it's good avoidance, but unfortunately, just biding time is actually still losing because the supers will come out from Jane.
And you will take some chip as you
Yeah,
go through
absolutely,
the matchup.
absolutely.
Still ahead in life though. So still technically winning.
Okay, there it is. And yeah, so when you get the Earthquake, you do get the guaranteed avoidance. It's not that hard to avoid. The reason why that doesn't normally work is because Jane is there to punish you.
Yeah.
Rain of fire!
And just do it immediately. Correct.
Burn!
Wow, just really good navigation of this chip bar.
Oh, yeah. Forward A there, not free.
Like, notice how the HP bar has been... Organist is up by 1 HP, but has finally ground out.
That's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do nothing. And you win.
That was really, really well managed by Organist there.
And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, there were opportunities for Oronico, but good luck. You really have to, like, do a lot of very difficult timing, a lot of difficult spacing.
Yeah. I just really appreciated the management of the chip, the flashing health bar from
Oh,
Organist there.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, put it this way. Organist as Rook is going to make you do everything right.
That's right. Oh, like that. This happens sometimes. Stuck in the corner, not much you can do there. Yeah, and then if every time Oronico can actually land a hit, it's only through a ground C, that's a huge win for Organist.
7.
That's what happened last round, and then eventually getting 1 damage in was just a back-breaking advantage. So let's see if they can take game 1.
Yeah, this is a marathon game, huh?
Okay.
Oh, can't do that. Whoa. Not sure what that. I think he's trying to land and then.
Yeah, maybe do a ground super at that point, but a little bit too early.
It's funny, the height restriction on Rook's jumping super is only when he's going up.
Yeah.
Rain of fire!
Okay, good claps.
Yeah, gets the full chip there.
Still up.
Jaina's
by 1
super
HP.
recharges very quickly though, so you know, trying to play this game all day is not great.
Fire!
Nope,
Okay.
can't, yeah.
Oh man. And I think Organist can just walk back,
Yep.
Potentially.
Organist agrees.
and that's going to be game 1 going to the Rook.
So yeah, part of what's happening here is Organist is kind of doing the Yomi layer 2, so to speak, in all these situations where the counter to the counter, and Oronico is not adapting to that. So in all these situations where he's trying to do the baseline layer 1 punish, it just fails every single time and gets him killed.
Yeah. So Mr. X not in today's tournament, but being a stream monster right now. Eric D. Red gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. That's 20 total. I feel like every other week Eric's throwing a bunch of subs out. So congrats to everybody here.
I got a
spam those
unicorn.
emotes now.
1. Fight.
You got a unicorn. Okay, so Oronico going to the grave. So as we were saying, like, I think that even if the Jaina matchup is better for Jaina, I feel like Grave is way easier to play
100%.
against Rook. Like
100%.
this is so much simpler of a game plan of just I'm gonna throw projectiles. You're gonna jump and I'm gonna use one of my 9 anti-airs.
Use my awesome
push you.
super to beat all your mix-ups.
Yeah. So I would play Grave over Rook any day just because the ease of me getting to optimal.
Are we going to just let the very unethical color counter picking based on the stage go of Organist though?
Yeah, going to the they almost picked the salmon color Rook, which would have been the right one.
No, that was for the tavern. This is trying to blend in with the statue. You can't even tell if
Oh,
he's in the
they're both
background or in
stone.
the game.
Yeah, they're both made of stone and they stand tall. Yeah. You got a keen eye. I would not have noticed that. So yeah, this is my game plan. Playing Grave versus Rook is just waste time. You have 2 super meters. They're both incredibly.
Oh, is this out of range? Wow, barely in range.
Never out of range.
No. See, back in the day, before I think you may have ever seen the game, or maybe you were there, but in a very early Fantasy Strike Expo, there was a very early build, and it was before Graves' Ground Super's horizontal reach got nerfed. It actually.
Oh, I remember. I do remember that. He could be touching like the left health bar, and he would like go and hit somebody on the right side of the screen.
It was so sad.
Oh. Okay, good navigation there. Yeah, Organist getting a lot of free damage off these ground supers. You can't let Rook get close. Oh, Clap actually caught that.
Yeah, that was wild. Yep, gets one there every time.
I don't know if I like that slow fireball there. Good sword.
That was, I mean, it was a risk, but it worked out.
It beats 2 out of the 3 possible jump-ins. It beats the spin-a-rooney, and the rock pound.
Yeah, the main thing it loses to is empty jump.
Yeah. I saw his sad face.
Yeah, the sad face tells the story.
And back up, yeah, you counter. Ooh, 3!
Round
So Organist again, just kind of playing to win, and Veronica not respecting the options.
Very good neutral light conversion there. Here we go. 1, 2.
Oh, you can't get
Final
crossed
mix-up. Yeah, baits out the reversal, but sticks out that forward A. Organist in a great position to take this set now.
Yeah, can land on the fireball. It's still very winnable for Grave. Oh, now it's really winnable.
There it is.
Okay, now
Oh.
it's actually like super bad for Rook here. Oh, the one thing. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. There you go. Bet it all.
If you avoid earthquakes there, it's almost impossible to lose.
6.
Yeah.
Fight. Earthquake.
That makes the ground sword so good against the earthquake jumping. So, sword, good.
Oh, not confident that he would avoid the earthquake.
I mean, that's the thing though. It's like Rook has to thread the needle here and get you on the ground. And if that doesn't happen, then you're safe to kind of chill at this screen space right now.
Yeah, the forward fireball really fast, hard to even clap.
Definitely sword there, really well timed.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's brave. I mean, it's a risk, but hey, if it works, it works. That should get 2 damage. Shout out to the glitch back in the day where that would get 3 damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, slow fireball hangs out long enough.
Round 7. Fight.
Just trying to figure this matchup a little bit.
Vines.
Uh-oh. And it could be all over.
Oh my god, gets out completely. That's the ultimate
Jump B for
possible
3. Incredible. Wow.
clap to max range. Oh, let him jump away. Crazy. Oh, yep. Oh, could have got a 2 there. Oh boy, this is it. This is for the game, for the match. That's safe.
Yup. Organist knows their stuff. GG 2-0 facing the Jaina and the Grave.
And I think that match was a good example. Erotico, I would say, not necessarily known for his Jaina play. Can't just counter pick and win. Have to know the matches, even if it's theoretically in your favor.
Well, who does Oronico play? I thought I saw Oronico play a lot of Jaina.
I feel like I think it's mostly Grave. I feel like I remember seeing Val earlier, but I feel like Grave is usually what. And the Grave looked way better there.
Yeah. How did you avoid damage from the ground super? Which ground super, Mr. X? Oh, yeah. It was a safe jump. So he basically just jumped over, landed. Super was too slow to come out and hit him.
Yeah. So the concept of a safe jump is basically the only time your move can you stick out a move, and the only frames it can be hit are the frames of their startup, meaning that there's no frames where you can be hit. But if they don't do the super, then they have to block.
Yeah, and you get what you want, or they do some other move, they'll just get clipped or something. So it's very important against a lot of the reversal characters to learn where you can do safe jump setups to bait their reversals, because they look so juicy. It's like, oh, I can totally get this, and then it's a bait. So MKAL going to the Jaina. We're back in the library. I guess it's the official home of Toronto Top Tiers.
And the casino. Those are the only two places.
Lots of Degree and Lum to be played, for sure. You know. Rook Degree, though, wants the ghosts to fend off these Jaina projectiles. I feel like Degree is like this solidly upper mid tier character in this game, where he just has such a variety of options that you can always find something that works in like any matchup.
Yeah, I mean, very well-rounded character. Well, in the sense that the ghost is amazing versus everyone.
And then he's got fists. Punchy guy with a good fireball. There you go.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, okay. So far this is looking pretty free for Rookhugger, to be honest. That's gonna get clipped, I think. Yeah, that's juggle too.
3.
I like the random arrow just cuts. That was
The swag arrow, the taunt.
I mean, doing it or not doing it's no different.
It was a frame kill. He did an arrow so he could walk forward and then hit throw on the first frame. It was like,
hey, is anyone's round? Oh no, not anymore. Oh yes, anymore. Oh my god.
Round 5. Fight.
Oh yeah, you don't really want to try to anti-air Degree with C, because that's almost impossible.
Round 6.
yeah, if she didn't move so far forward,
Assist.
it'd be a little bit better as an anti-air, but forward A is like A++.
Against Degree, that doesn't really work either. You pretty much have to like B or just get jumped on. It's pretty bad.
Assist.
Yeah, he just goes so high in his hands.
Yeah,
jump A.
it's just wrong.
Oh,
Gets the good hit confirmed.
takes the meter,
KO.
ends the game.
See you later on that. Very important there to use the Tyrant Crusher, only needing 1 damage.
Oh, every time. Yeah, so Rookhugger up 1-0 now.
Degree.
That or you throw them to let them know that they in fact have been gone.
Gonna give him the back throw. That's the more meter apparently.
Valerie.
I have an idea.
Okay, to Wall of Truth. Wants that 1% damage buff.
I mean, it does add up over the course of many matches.
Round 1. Fight.
Right.
counters the step with records. Interesting.
Another false jump B there.
I think
from
MKAL's hit a button on the first possible frame, every frame that has been a neutral.
He's all his buttons said turbo. He's just holding.
Yeah, he's holding all of them down to see which one wins.
Justice kicks.
Oh, the back A. Oh, gets the dunk. No trouble.
I like that really delayed cyan. Actually making contact really late, making Rookhugger afraid to use his ground super.
Assist.
Keeps the pressure on.
Wow,
Whoa,
second
what?
hit. Craziness.
Assist.
Good disc. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, billion
throw.
grade throw. Gets a free down. Oh,
There
there
we go.
now it's dead instead. Instead of a throw, it's dead.
Yeah, got her just media for real. Just use a meaty cyan there. A little bit risky to do the jumpy.
Yeah, no reason to jump B. It's harder to time.
Assist. Assist. 1, 2.
Ooh.
Wow, crazy.
Perfect.
Man, there's been so much jump BB when it's not hitting today from DeGrays, but it's working great.
That's the universal law of fighting games, right? Is that moves that you shouldn't be able to do, there's always times to do them because they're so egregious.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, I've made many dollars, theoretically, in Counter-Strike off of doing just dumb things.
Yeah.
I'll just sprint out to their full team in the middle of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah.
Just kill 3 of them, whatever.
Why is he there? No good player would ever be there. This guy sucks and
Oh,
he just
gets
killed
the
us.
dirty neutral A into first hit neutral A
You lose.
into the second A. The good old AAA combo.
Yeah, and there's like this sense of tilt that sort of can come from that as well, where you lose to something you know you shouldn't let them get away with, and it gives you like this psychological advantage. Like you're an ex-poker player. It's very, very common
Oh, sure.
in Texas Hold'em. For people who know what they're doing and people who don't know what they're doing, like legitimately can gain massive advantages over better players by messing around in donkey space a little bit. In fighting games, it's like definitely a key factor of causing salts and creating interesting gameplay moments.
Yep, tilt is what we would call it in poker.
Alright, everyone, we've reached the halfway point of the tournament. We are now sitting in winners finals. Is the Rook Hugger versus Organist, and we are now
Excellent.
approaching top 6. It's going to be Mr. MKAL and my Pirate King next. First, let's have a little break, shall we? Let's remind everyone, those of us coming from the Toronto Top Tier Street Fighter 5 stream. Marketing director of the game, take it away.
What's up, everybody? I am Leontes. I'm joined by Aphodix on commentary as well, and this is Fantasy Strike. It is a strategically difficult and mechanically elegant fighting game for the Switch, PS4, and Steam. It's made by David Serlin, who is the lead designer of Street Fighter II HD Remix. We have cross-play across all platforms. We have GGPO netcode. You can check us out at discord.gg/fantasystrike to find out about upcoming events and follow along with the development of our game. You can go to fantasystrike.com for our official website. And if you want to know more about what's coming down the line for our game, you can go to patreon.com/Serlin, and you can see what we got going.
And speaking of upcoming events, let's take a look at a few upcoming events in our Fantasy Strike community. First off, we'll start off with our own event, Stun City Cyber. This is our schedule for this week only. Monday, we have Tekken 7. Tuesday, Samurai Showdown and them fighting herds. Wednesday is Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition and Fantasy Strike right here in TTT2. Thursday, that's tomorrow, we have Street Fighter 3 Third Strike at 7 p.m. This week, we usually do have Super Turbo on Sundays, but we're postponing that because we are also hosting I believe it's a Hyper Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition from Unessential. So let's take a look at another event happening weekly. We have 3 versus 3 weekly tournaments run by Thy Pirate King. He's actually in the tournament, going to be playing next. You can check out their channel at twitch.tv/ThyPirateKing. You can join the Discord /3FNBBE3. Their tournaments take place every Saturday at 4 p.m., so if you like the ranked format of Fantasy Strike, be sure to check this channel out. Let's also take a look at another tournament happening tomorrow. The Garden of Chaos 7, run by Janet and Daniel Stratulch. Janet the Challenge Chat, Daniel Stratulch on Twitch. Silly Rule Set Fantasy Strike tournament happening every Thursday. Their tournament format this week is called Roll the Dice. More information, be sure to check out gardenofchaos.xyz. That is the website. Gardenofchaos.xyz. Happens tomorrow, July 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. British Standard Time. I want to thank all of our viewers for watching Stun City Cyber this week. If you guys got a Twitch Prime subscription, or a spare one lying around, consider giving it to us. You get 6 emotes to use all over Twitch. Hopefully get people converted to play Fantasy Strike with all of us. And with that said, we're going to go back to the matches. I'm going to start off with Thy Pirate King and Mr. MKAL.
Okay. Let's see here. MKAL and Pirate King both... I mean, we see MKAL playing kind of a mix-up of Valerie and Jaina. But Pirate King, I see a lot of Geiger play from him. So we'll see if he decides to play that, which I think is a pretty good matchup against both characters. Like, if I were him, I would probably play Geiger. Let's see, hopefully life allows you to enter the Saturday, Mr. X. It's time to get it ranked. Mr. X, who are you going to play outside of Rook? Because all I've ever seen you play is Rook. So I'm very curious to see what other types of characters you'd branch off into. Because one thing that's kind of neat about this game in particular is that because the execution barrier is so much lowered from other fighting games, I noticed a lot of people who either didn't play grapplers in the past because for whatever reason, like just, hey, I don't know, they're too hard for me to play or I don't really get them or whatever. They can pick up Rook in this game and have fun and be like, man, now I want to go play Zangief. You know, now I want to go play Potemkin because like I kind of get the playstyle and it's really addicting and I like it. So then they go and they put in the time, knowing that at the end of the road, after they put the time in, they are going to enjoy the gameplay. Like in my case, I like Val in this game, so it makes me want to go play Fei Long or Karen and other fighting games, you know, which I probably never would have done that work, you know, in the past, but maybe I will now. It's kind of like a little sort of a gateway drug to other characters when you unlock their archetypes by playing them in the easy fighting game, you know. So getting into this one, yeah, we have MKAL on the Jaina, Pirate King on the Valerie. So
Opting to not go for the Val Mirror. Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, big jugs.
You
2
could say
damage.
that.
Round 2. Fight.
Juggles, okay?
Oh, I see. Oh, goes
Big
for the cheeky throw after the whiff forward A. Not
Okay. Yeah,
That's
nice
2
bait.
damage. You can get 3 damage by doing the A's there instead of the V.
Good neutral jump there. Nice, I like it.
Rainbow Disc!
This should be death. Oh, well, you can ensure it's death by doing that.
I like how Jaina's feet are in that when you do the setup, like in the animation, because of how her get up works. Like, just her feet are always in the cinematic.
boy.
DP when a Val is on you, not usually. Oh, okay.
It's donating health.
Just kill me now, please. Is what Mr. MKAL said. Oh, maybe he could have matched super and got the super like Kara.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good
Wow.
anti-air. It's
Really
not that bad. Plus
Yeah,
on
that
block.
one was actually plus, but super will take care of any frame advantage woes that Val may have.
KO. Round 5. Fight. Counter.
Big counter hit.
Just walks up and throws. So mostly the throws. Oh, gotta hit confirm them. Oh,
no!
My god! Oh, you can't. You gotta wait.
Rainbow! Burn! Rainbow!
Okay, I was like, can TPK turn this round around? Because that would be insane.
Round 6. Fight.
I mean, almost.
Burn! Burn! Next! Oh!
Okay, huge Yomi counter to start this round. This is a very critical round. I didn't know this, but apparently Rainbow Disc propels the opposing character into the air.
Yeah, it just generates like a helicopter lift, and like it just lifts them off.
It's pretty fair because you can't block in the air. Oh, it doesn't get a punish.
Burn! 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 Burn!
One life now.
Burn! Yeah! Ha! Burn! Ha! Burn! Burn! Kick off!
Oh, gee.
Burn!
Oh boy.
Burn!
This is going to the wire. I would not expect
Oh
that.
wow.
KO.
It ends with the Yomi counter.
Man, I wonder what's done more damage to Jaina this game. Is it Jaina or Valerie?
It's Fire in the Flames.
Okay,
Yomi
there's like
counters.
Yomi counter number 12.
There's those feet again. Just want to put her booties in the
Happy feet.
screenshot there. Oh no.
Rainbow!
This is the end of the first game, folks. 1-0.
I don't understand anything I just saw.
Change character, possibly? I don't know, looked pretty good on Pirate King's side. Just a little bit of a flub at the end, but maybe feels comfortable going to the Geiger, yeah.
Lucky for Pirate King, they're not handing out bonus rounds a la bonus stars in Mario Party, because the most damage star would have went to Jaina by a mile.
Yeah, it would have got the self-damage star, but he would have got the Yomi counter star, and it would have been the would have been a wash.
Round 1. Fight.
Time Spider. Time Spider. Time.
So I think most experts would rate this match as heavily Geiger favored, but not looking like it right now.
Yeah, Geiger has the edge in the zoner matchups for sure. Time stop, incredibly oppressive tool. Now that time's up, you know, like MKAL can put it on the gas until Geiger has meter, but let's see how they navigate this from here on out. Yomi counter 13. Let's see him in the chat, folks. Barking the expert at letting go of the controls.
Drop gear. Time Spiral. Flash gear. Just a moment.
All right, this should be only a throw, but
Only
still
a
a
throw.
punish.
Time Spiral. Time Spiral.
Oh no, can't jump over that.
Time Spiral.
KO.
Yeah, good jump forward, eh?
Round 2.
Yeah, we need a Yomi counter.
Time Spiral.
So we can keep track of how many Yomi counters there were.
Time Spiral.
Counter.
Flash gear. Time Spiral. Time Spiral. Time Spiral. Pause. Time Spiral. Time Spiral. Flash gear. Flash gear.
So Geiger getting really quickly worked into the corner of these rounds, which I don't think is how it's supposed to go, really.
Yeah, you get that big forward A to check a lot of the Jaina offense. You can get in right in the range of her throwing fireballs, and
Oh,
you
no.
got greedy.
Time Spiral.
Gotta take your one. Wow.
Now Geiger can get out of that unless you mix them up.
Flash gear.
KO.
With flash gear.
Round 3. Fight.
Man, these rounds are really just nitty gritty, like every time.
Oh, stare down.
Time Spiral.
Counter.
Time Spiral. Time Spiral. Time Spiral. Time Spiral.
Dragon Heart!
No, that's never. That's, I'm not even sure what MKAL's hoping for there. That's like a half year off of anti-airing those Dragon Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see right there, when if you're under Geiger and he pauses, that's just super. the super immediately.
Fight.
He's done.
Yeah, just get your
Time
2.
spiral.
Burn. Burn.
Oh yeah, yeah. So now MKL is just laying off the throw button. Looks like in a lot of these situations, but needs to start maybe just attacking, getting that free damage in.
This is a huge win for MKL, forcing Geiger to just time stop to escape the pressure. I don't know why Pirate King is throwing so few gears, and you can just match the arrows, no problem.
Yeah, it's Grave who can't. I mean, Arg who can't, especially.
Careful.
Arg's just screwed. Yeah, that's a different story.
Time spiral.
Oh, no flash gear there.
Time spiral.
Burn.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
Careful.
Maybe another throw coming in.
Flash gear.
See what's gonna be. Yeah, bait that flash gear.
Good bait. I think MKL really adapted to how Pirate King's trying to play this, and Pirate King not necessarily going to Geiger's strengths, and instead of trying to play Geiger almost like you'd expect an Arg to play this match,
Right.
which
Well,
is
a lot
basically do
less-
very little and then get back into the corner.
Well, a lot less Cyclone Revolution though, which should be what the Arg-minded Geiger player would be utilizing most likely.
Rain of
So
I
nothing.
don't know what's going on.
Time spiral. Drop gear.
Yeah, I think what Pirate King usually gets away with as Geiger isn't going to work in the zoner battle. Oh, MKL.
Bad manner. Oh my god.
Oh no.
You
Just letting him know that time is up. Brutal,
Oh, boy.
brutal.
Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Holy.
Yep.
This is just unethical.
Yep, MKL turning him into a skeleton there in the end.
Yeah, if it was a burnt skeleton, it'd be extra bonus points.
Yeah, Organist calling attention to the Val and Jaina Fantasy Strike fan art. If you guys are in the Discord, you can check that out.
Now, I haven't seen it. Is it good as in like legit high quality, or is it good as in hilarious?
It's like high quality.
Oh, that's well. I was looking for something funny, but all right, I believe you. I haven't seen it.
Well, Val's got burn marks on her clothes, and Jaina's covered in paint, and they're having a good time.
Oh, okay.
Staying hydrated. A very important message for the stream. You can if you can get that up on the stream, just to inspire everyone to go grab that glass of water. So TPK is saying you played too aggressive and need to be more passive. I think it's kind of the opposite. I think we think that you were a little bit too passive, like walking backwards a lot, not throwing gears, sort of waiting to react to things. Just being a lot more proactive with Geiger in that matchup probably would do you a little bit better. But by proactive, we mean like walk forward and do like a big forward A to stuff projectiles or throw more gears,
Valerie.
make Jaina react to you, but instead of just waiting for ground super and trying to catch projectiles that way for one. It's a very slow game plan
Round one.
to win that way.
Fight.
All right,
All right,
Janet.
going right into it. Wow, Janet opting to take this match yet again, or maybe again it's a blind pick. It's hard to tell because some players don't really care and they just kind of pick their characters. Some of us.
Yeah. And you're dead. Well,
Oh.
could have. Yeah, the chip might not have worked because ground super would come online.
Fight.
This should end there. Oh, no. What did I say? Never mind.
Splat.
Tight magenta. Tight magenta.
Splat.
Yeah, clean anti-air. Oh,
Magenta.
whoa.
KO. Perfect.
Aronico missing his juggles and meaties, but doesn't matter at all.
Okay. Yeah, bomb, baby. That's a pretty good. Yeah, 2 damage. Cake.
Yellow. Tight magenta. Yellow.
Oh,
It's
just
extremely
sneaks in.
hard. Yeah, okay, so that's one of the key things that Val can screw up in this match. Oh, great conversion. if Lum jumps out of your cyan, he will flip out while you're whiffing magenta. So you cannot just dash magenta.
I feel like it's a lot of like situations where like jump out is like your answer for some characters against Valerie stuff. And if you are mashing the Rekkas, you'll get like 1 damage into a throw set up for them.
Exactly.
So you gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Oh
Yeah.
man. Beats the melon, beats the baby panda, beats the real Lum.
You lose.
Probably took the stage out with it.
Tearing a hole in reality, he's repainting.
Yeah, that was the fastest character swap I've ever seen.
It's not good, folks. Like, if you guys got to prove it to us. If you want to champion the Lum versus Val in a tournament, like you got to show us.
I think
you know how to do it. You've done it against me. But this is
I would rate that match as the hardest in the whole game.
yeah.
I believe it is the least or the most lopsided match.
Oh, didn't get the Rekkas. Counter hit yellow. We gotta watch for those.
There we go. Okay, so it does parry. I thought it did, but then earlier I was
Yes.
like, wait, am I ridiculous? I haven't played much lately, to be honest.
It's a strike that beats projectiles. Yep, gotta use the rainbow there to potentially guarantee that. Well timed counterpoint step there by Janet.
Oh, just walk up Yomi counter with the Janet special.
The meatless option, we love it. Those vegan meaties, as we call them.
Said the vegan.
Perfect. Round 3. Fight. Assist.
It's funny because Sterling always mentions that meaties is an unfortunate term. Like that's like the word that he uses. Meaties are an unfortunate term. Like I don't know why he thinks it's so unfortunate. Maybe because it's like doesn't make any sense.
It's just very weird sounding, yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunate is not a word I would say to describe what the word meaty is that they came up
Bizarre.
with. Yeah, maybe bizarre.
Daggerfall.
A funky term that the FTC
Funky,
uses.
okay, yeah.
Round 4. Fight. Assist.
This reminds me of Sin from Guilty Gear, how instead of, oh, another setup there. Janet's like the best counter, like the best Marth player in all of Fantasy Strike, I think. Just more percent chance of successful counters than any other player I've seen.
Janet needs to pick up Midori in a hurry then.
Yeah, just if you could only parry. Like, that's the dream, right?
You
Just like
win.
only parry gameplay.
Degrade.
Okay, well, Janet crushing that one back 4-0, so we'll see what...
Yeah, honestly, that was so lopsided there wasn't much to say about it.
Yeah, we just kind of went off on tangents.
I mean, it was a loop every round. It was just immediate cornering, immediate death.
Who is my equal?
Oh, interesting.
the grave.
Goes to
Yeah.
grave.
I mean, look at it. His
Alright.
hand is like bigger than DeGray's whole torso. It's a good character choice.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Round 1. Fight. Assist.
Oh wow. It's funny how Grave, like, he's like the most stoic guy, like, in the lore. But he's like the most expressionful dude.
Yeah.
He gets caught by stuff.
Assist.
You just cannot believe it.
You think he'd be like Ryu in Street Fighter 5 when he gets hit and he's like, nice.
So that was an interesting little thing that comes up where Araniko is clearly looking to react with super. So even though it could have just done neutral A to fireball,
His finger's
had
already
the
on
super
S.
ready, and that's
Yeah.
what came out.
Yep. His finger's already on the S.
Assist.
I'm definitely guilty of that often as well.
Yeah.
Daggerfall.
Oh, great job.
The Philo school of reaction, right? You only want to react to what you have to react to, and just had an answer and used it. Oh, cross up.
That'll do it. All right,
This matchup-
Araniko looking clean.
This matchup has like maybe the weirdest hitbox hurtbox interactions of the entire
Yeah,
game.
yeah, it's pretty up there.
Yeah, I often see a new thing I've never seen before. Either playing it or going up against it. I don't know what's gonna happen here. No clue.
Alright, yeah, I mean, you might as well get out. Makes sense. Oh no. The ghost lingers around where Gray used to be, so the instant ghost.
Assist.
So, dude, I've seen more Yomi counters in the past 3 matches than I have in the past year of playing.
The reverse commentary's curse. Third one, maybe? Oh yeah, no, not this time. I mean, it's
Round 4.
how many throws do you see get teched in a fighting game tournament, right? A lot. It's a similar idea.
Assist.
Sure.
Although teching is more of a reaction thing, though. Usually, like we both want to throw, and sometimes nothing happens, and sometimes option selected. So it's like they're a little bit less impressive. But Yomi counters are like such a hard call out,
Or you're trying to move from forward to back and you just are slow.
and you're bad, and you hit A and D at the same time on your keyboard or something.
And you're the best.
I meant to do that.
Assist.
I have habits that lead me to Yomi counter more, so I deserve them. Nice
Oh,
conversion.
walks into the neutral A.
GG, Ironico winning that one.
Yeah, that
2-1.
was really clean.
You lose.
All 3 of those matches were blowouts.
That was quite the loser side match. When you have a tournament with only 10 players in it and they're all killers, it's like a Capcom Cup every time. So looks like Ironico is going to move on to face Mr. MKL in loser semis. Yeah, Super HCO saying Yomi counters are way better than traditional throw teching. I agree. It's very much a it's Serlin's contribution to fighting games. If nothing else comes from Fantasy Strike, like in terms of the game being successful or whatever, like, and other developers look at it as like a case study of what to do right, I hope that the spectator mode, maybe the frame data stuff, the good training mode, but the Yomi counter might be the thing that transcends the game. I hope. I would love to see that kind of idea in other fighting games.
Valerie.
I have an idea.
Hopefully, Guilty Gear copies Team Battle.
Right?
That's
Because it's so easy to
sarcasm.
play 3 characters in in Guilty Gear. I feel like you need a different controller for each character you play in Guilty Gear. Like, there's advantages to playing like Eddie on a pad and Jacko on a stick or something, you know?
Yeah, probably. Premium
Yeah, I was gonna
content
say-
if you.
I was gonna say about meaties, it's funny to me that Sin often doesn't go for Oki. He just eats like ham instead. So his meaties is to like eat me
Round 2.
instead of attack you, and I love it. I don't know if that's like intentional, but that's my observation.
That probably was intentional.
He gets a hard knockdown, eats the steak, and then you get up. And you
Wait, why is Rook playing Val against Rook? I mean, that's like a pretty bold move, I think.
yeah, I mean, trying to flex,
Actually,
maybe.
I think their match is fine,
Round
but
3.
I mean, there's way better options.
Yeah, it can go wrong for you. I mean, Rook being an incredible Geiger player, it's like you're up against Organist. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's Geiger all day.
Yeah. I don't know. I still claim that Val is Rook best character. Just from having played against the guy a ton, like I think.
Well, he's
that
not the
this
Val
is-
hugger.
Well, no, he's Val who hugs Rooks. He's doing it right now.
So what happened there was the invincibility caused that no animation? Is that what just happened? I'm kind
Yeah,
of confused with what I just saw.
Val's slight invincibility on startup of the disc.
I think that's what happened because I don't have max range. Jeez. And dead like that. I can't say I've ever used Jump C against a Rook before, and I think that's why.
5. Fight.
Maybe like in a weirdo air-to-air situation where like you know nothing else is gonna work and you just go for it because
Yes.
maybe he did the earthquake or something and you might
Oh, there you go.
the beginning of the end for this round. Chromatic Orb's so useless here, so let's see. Yeah, normal throw gets you.
It's actually no. It's very useful for Rook.
Yeah, you hope that she presses it. And then you did nothing.
Great for Rook.
It beats literally neutral A, right? It's like the only.
Yeah.
Maybe if you do a Oki forward air thunderclap.
Ooh, MC jump to throw.
Okay, and neutral
There.
A.
And there's a C,
Dramatic
yeah.
orb, doesn't do shit.
I remember the first time I saw that interaction, I was like, oh. Oh.
Yeah, Valerie is about as good as Midori is on Wake Up against Rook. Except Midori at least has ground super to get out
Grave. Who is my equal?
to the grave. Okay.
Rook. Unshakable.
Graves a fine choice.
And we'll have to see what that turns out to be in round 2. Entering the Nega zone.
Hopefully get the shadow colors.
Yeah, let's get Shadow Grave. Getting into round 2, a long one. Rookager takes the first round. Is going to start the next round with full bars.
I think I'm wrecked by the Rook player not being the Rook hug.
I mean, he hugs the other Rooks. Okay.
Oh.
Works both ways. Like, you know, in Punch Out, you have Bear Hugger, right? But he's not a bear. Well, he's kind of a bear. But
A
he
bad
hugs the-
example.
Round 3. Fight.
Canada
Oh,
native.
max
Bear
distance.
hug.
That was a good punish.
Ooh, scary. Good restraint there. I get bodied by that all the time. I don't expect to be that close after the thunderclap, and I just like panic hit buttons. Get command grabs.
Oh, that was punishable. With vines is very slow. Oh my god.
Organist
last
knows the
pixel.
ranges.
That was really technical, that Z grab. That was incredible. Oh no.
Hold jump.
Oh no. Gets away with it. Yeah, yeah, you're dead. No, I don't think that's gonna do it. Don't donate your meter.
Round 4. Fight.
There's some crazy world where the iframes of the Dragon Heart went out for the animation.
I don't know that one. Oh, you big guess.
Landslide.
Oh man.
So yeah, all the time Organist just playing to their only outs and nobody calls them.
That's what Rook's got to do, you know.
Head crush. Vines. Landslide.
Oh, that was actually safe, but I think Organist holding forward.
Almost got the jug.
Earthquake.
Have expected to see a C grab.
Wow,
Infinity.
risky jump forward from Rook Hugger.
Oh, gets the clip. Too far away for the command grab, most likely.
Yeah, that should be a clean hit. Yeah, there it is. So hard to get around the Grave Super, and it comes back just, it feels like instantly in this match.
Saw that coming.
Oh, huge gamble. Yomi counter pays off. Now Rook's cornered. Forward win, maybe now. Oh, parry? Oh no, press the button. Why? Cannot jump. You cannot jump. You gotta just neutral A if you're not gonna like stick the Yomi counter or whatever in those scrambles and those kind of longer neutral situations. Jumping is just getting you killed.
Earthquake. Earthquake. Landslide. Earthquake.
One? Yeah, just one.
Hey, you'll take it. Still a knockback. Gets
Exactly
the
what you
fireball
want.
hitting there is really key to the stun Rook.
Yeah, as Rook, you want that. It lowers your hit stun. Because like it's longer if you like don't get hit, right?
Yeah, the thwomp very slow. That's not gonna do it.
It's gonna be Rook Hugger taking, or Organist rather,
See, you got bodied.
hugging the Rook with the Rook.
You lose.
2-0. Very well played. Organist still just tearing through this bracket. Zachariah still cheering him on. Tons of positivity from Zachariah in the chat every time Morgan's on screen.
Little do we know that this tournament is actually on some kind of esports betting website, and Zachariah's entire life savings on Organist.
All the salts. And Organist saying, I think your cheering is all it's giving me games. I'm winning stuff I normally shouldn't. And morale is a huge factor. I was watching Evo Grand Finals on the floor of the Mandalay Bay in the VIP zone with Sterling a couple years back. We watched some Tokido and Punk play, and when Tokido came out, he looked confident and fresh, and then when Punk came out, he looked a little rattled, and Sterling said, he pointed at me, he's like, look, he's got the Angel of Death. It's just a feeling. You see someone and you know they're just not like ready. And it's just like it's a total vibe thing that it matters a lot, like what your emotional state is. To really lean into good situations and then to not and to shrug off the times you're not playing well. Like it's massively huge to be on a roll. Like momentum's a really big like stat.
And endurance too, just like fatigue
Yeah.
is very real in the tournament.
Yeah, going to losers is less about having one more loss to clear out and like the stress of that, but more so having to play one more match is always difficult.
Very bold choice to go with teal Val here. That's just egregious, but we'll see how it works out.
KO.
Maximum vibrancy on these colors here.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow, MKAL going for some really varied offense here. It's mostly paying off.
Yeah, Jaina has a bow, but she's more about the knee and the toe. Those are her two best.
Isn't that
parts.
how like the kids thing goes? Like bows, knees, and toes?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hit confirmed to death. MKAL, I noticed, really misses his dive kick confirms very often.
Round 4.
Like he's got like a pattern he wants to do.
Yeah,
And he'll just-
or he's just got way too much faith that his opponent will block everything.
Yeah. Gotta have a little bit less respect. And they confirm these things.
Because even in that kind of, because like some of these hit from a little farther away or a little higher, you can still get neutral lane to DP, and it's still a 3 damage combo.
Yeah. And it's reliable. Like any like I don't really like any combo that you use ground B in. Like I like to get the knockdown and the push. And it's so much safer to confirm neutral A. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's also easier in a cross-up situation because you don't have to worry about getting forward A versus back A.
Yeah. AC, good stuff. Ooh,
Oh, big
clips.
juggle here. It's a very close match. Oh, this should be death. Yeah, that's safe.
Yeah, nicely done.
KO.
I think smart to just block rather than mash any kind of button. Just block, you'll get the punish every time.
Fight.
I know Weezy's like a big proponent of never blocking Val ground super. Like most. Ooh! Tagged with the ass end of that jump B. Veronica takes game 1. But yeah, like knowing that if you could block it, you could have reversal or something. With like Grave Sword.
Oh, I think mostly I agree with that, but in the case
Yeah.
where it's guaranteed death to just block, it gives you plenty of time to just absorb the situation.
Yeah, it's a tournament. You got to worry about your nerves and mistiming stuff and execution. I agree with that. Oh, well, he's taking 1 either way. Better to take that than the potential juggle situation off that forward A. I think
Very patient, yeah, very patient.
KO.
Good
Yeah,
finish.
I utilize them a lot in the matchup as well as Val, just because
Fight.
nothing that Jaina would like more than for you to jump forward and you just get hit with the forward A knee.
Yeah, or just do a rainbow when she's already recovering, could just ground super you. And
Yeah, exactly.
Rainbow Disc.
Okay, here comes the big disc. Oh, weird. That was
Big
interesting
disc
jump
energy.
out timing. That was like a. That was interesting.
KO. Perfect. Round 3. Fight.
This is very one-sided, even though earlier it looked super close.
Oof. Ooh.
Death, yeah, I mean, that's the Frostlight special.
Yeah.
Oh, you blocked the yellow, blocked the super too. Oh, you didn't? Oh, that sucks. Uh-oh. I think MKAL is on tilt, as we were just talking about earlier. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ouch.
Perfect.
Still a great tournament for MKAL, top 4, nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, very well played. Yeah, that's one thing that Valerie actually. There's the fan art there.
Hey! That is super high quality, okay.
Yeah, to Jet Mama's the artist of that. Yes, he's staying hydrated.
Is that what people drink? I think that's Hypnotic in there.
It's some kind of turquoise liqueur.
Yeah, it's definitely Hypnotic.
Yeah, just enjoying some water at the tavern. I've always liked the Fantasy Strike characters. I've been a fan of the series. Probably not as long as you. I think you've been around at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's time flies, man. I've known Serlin for close to a decade now, and this community, like, since its very inception, like, I remember playing Fantasy Strike as a prototype in Serlin's apartment with him.
Yeah.
I think I was probably the
A
fourth.
only?
Yeah, I think I was like the 4th person to play the game ever. Maybe
Yeah.
5th.
Yeah, I like Grave v Grave on training stage.
Yeah, it was gray, so it was a gray box, and Grave had a dive kick at that point.
And a punch.
No, he had it was when he had moves, but the thing is, you'd set up the forward wind and then you dive kick from full screen and cross them up in like 1 millisecond.
Oh,
the
it was
gross.
the boss rush dive kick.
Yes,
That he
that
has
was
now.
his
Yeah,
move.
yeah. I remember that thing. Yeah, that thing was absurd. Yeah, I got into the series around Yomi 1. Halfway through like Yomi 1. You guys were already running tournaments, and I know you were doing like commentary and running events for that. And then I started
fun
really
fact.
heavily playing in V2.
Yeah, the fun fact, I actually am the creator of the Serling Games Twitch channel and used to manage it before I handed it over to you.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was back in Yomi 1 days. I pretty much did all of the Yomi tournaments. Sometimes with a guest, but a lot of times just solo, commentating for like 4 to 8 hours.
Oh yeah, no, I remember doing that one year at FSX where I commentated.
Valerie.
I streamed and commentated and ran the brackets for a Yomi tournament, a Codex tournament, a Fantasy Strike tournament. It was just like 3 days, like 30 plus hours of streaming and commentary by myself because everyone wanted to play, no one wanted to help me. so
Right.
I was just trapped. I think I did play Yomi in Fantasy Strike, but I had time to get off the mic for that. Going into this, Rook Hugger Val versus Oronico Grave.
KO.
Losers finals. Pretty textbook rushdown round there for Val. Everything went right.
Rainbow.
Oh no, that's not the punishing one at all. Sword way too slow. Yep, good avoidance.
I don't know if that was a missed input on the forward fireball or if it was way too far. I'm not sure how that.
It looked really far.
Yeah.
Oh, get the juggle here. I think both of these players have played both of these characters in this tournament, so I have no idea who's who half the time.
KO.
I mean, the Rook Hugger Val is.
Round 3.
I see so much base color Val from him. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we don't see any teal valves or anything hideous like that. So.
Rainbow Disc!
No, Miami Dolphins Valerie.
Oh, it's very smart. So yeah, not free. Cannot just chip out Brave when he has super. Oh no, no cross up.
Perfect. Round 4. Fight.
That's 5 damage.
Just like that. Who's the best rush down character? Might be Brave.
Might be the best at everything.
Yeah, that's the one.
Rainbow!
Well, Satsuki's the best grappler, so.
Yeah, I was say he's not the best grappler, I guess.
Rainbow Disc!
Hey, oh, was that punish or was
No, not a punish.
Round 5.
Yeah, Rook Hugger just mashing something. This is a great looking round though. Got right away in the corner, huge chip damage.
Oh.
And see, I really should just not talk.
Rainbow
Still looking good.
That might have been Super Bowl. Oh, he's whipping a throw. Cody.
It's baiting.
Oh, that's a good bait. Yeah, I think if Aronico hadn't whiffed a throw against that disc, that could have been a clean hit super. Oh, jeez, jumping. Lump throw.
Oh, lump throw. Boop, boop.
Rainbow!
Aronico went for the throw on the zip, but the zip was actually so far away that it did not work.
Yeah, couldn't catch the legs. Okay, tying this one up. Rook Hugger looking in a good position here to take the first game. Just with the momentum as it's been going. So my turn to curse.
And this is losers final, so this is still only best of 3.
Oh,
That's
magenta
a huge
anti-air.
deal.
Yeah, getting this first game is really... Oh, finally in the spin cycle. Aronico hasn't had a
Wow,
chance.
couldn't dodge it because Val was so tucked into the corner.
Dying to a zip mix-up with ground super on deck. Feels bad. Does anybody have that gravy emote? I don't have it.
Fight.
It's the tier 2 sub.
Rainbow!
And yeah, Organist calling attention to the fact that Rook Hugger is just like taking baby steps, just constantly forward.
Fortunately, that round, his health bar not taking baby steps.
Fight.
He's falling off a cliff instead. Yeah, Rook Hugger pretty good about spacing in this game in general. He's very good at doing things like that, but also he likes to get you in a range where you want to walk forward or hit a button or do something, and his neutral jump game is really good, where he just waits for you to move into the range of his moves, and like, you know, he plays like Fire Emblem against you, you know? Like he brings his guys a little bit too far away.
That is a projectile, and that's just the blender.
Sword, yeah, on the way out.
Oh, walking into that big fireball, it's actually a really big deal. Now just one super away from dying. Oh, no. Val's jump really slow. Oh, wow, is he just gonna die? Yeah.
Oh, could have maybe orbed that.
Yeah, that was a landed orb because he died on the ground, so. The timing of that was very hard though, because you get a disc otherwise. Huge jump.
Yeah, so he tries to go for the neutral A there.
This is why this match is hard, is because if you don't get that rainbow out very early, you're getting supered.
Yeah, and then you get the unblockable.
Fight.
Risky sword. Nico's swords have been very on point, even though they are technically risk.
Oh my god, is his name Arrow Nico?
I was just thinking of it in my head as Nico, but I don't know. I can't be wrong by saying Nico, because it's part of it.
Arrow Nico.
Yeah, this is smart, because that's just death. That actually was chip.
That was chip damage, yeah. Okay.
You lose.
So we are 1-1 now. Will we see a...
I think we will
Val.
see a swap. Oh, not going to see a swap. Interesting. That seemed not particularly close, and I would consider this Gray favored too. So
Yeah, like maybe a swap to DeGray might have been better for Rook Hugger. Or just Geiger even.
or just Rook apparently.
Yeah.
Rainbow Disc.
Good damage. The nice thing about Rainbow Disc setups is that they're usually about 2 damage, but the upside of like 4 or 5. So
Sure.
Perfect.
I like those. I like that margin, as they say.
Fight.
Organist claiming this is a Valerie favored matchup. Interesting.
Rainbow.
Certainly has not been the wisdom of the past, but perhaps all of us people who would disagree have since basically retired, so we are not around to disagree.
Good blocks. Oh, Critter doing a great job not mashing into the potential ground super from Grave.
And there's a real chance. Gets 1. That's it. Now, okay, now it's huge. It doesn't get the 3rd damage.
That's
This
2.
should hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, you don't win that air to air. It's very important that you do check a lot of things with Val's forward A, but it's so jumpable.
Oh yeah, no, I like it though, because if you get Grave jumping a lot, that's pretty good for you, I'd say.
Okay, super on deck. What's it gonna be? Yeah, just back away.
Oh, that was extremely close to being supered.
Yeah.
Round 4. Fight.
Oh, cheeky magenta, empty.
This is gonna go through.
Float over. 1, 2. Wow. Actually got the 2. I didn't expect that. I thought forward A might have been the only answer there. Got him. Gotta sort that.
Round 5.
Yeah, some mental errors here. Rook are gonna take full advantage.
Rainbow.
Ooh. Remember, if you could block, you could super. Or sword, either way.
Rook Hugger just kind of doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, this is it now. Oh, no, that's going to be 2. It's going to fall, and he's not going to take any damage from the disc. And burn off that flashing red meter there.
See, I said something, so immediately the opposite happened.
Well, if you want to have more Fantasy Strike happen today, you can just always root for the person who's winning. And the
Right.
matches will drag on a little bit longer.
All right, there you go. Rook Hugger gonna take it down, sticking to the Val match. Works
Very well
out in the end.
played. Okay, what is left even? I think we have to go to...
This is it. This is the grand finals. It's going to be interesting
Rook Hugger.
for a more favorable match, or sticks to the Val, which is what he opened winners finals with, which was a disastrous failure. The Grave looked a lot closer. I think that was down to the last round, if I'm remembering right. Okay, yeah, no more clowning around. Right to Geiger. I think most people would say this is Rook's hardest match. I don't disagree, but I just don't play Geiger at all, and I don't really play much Rook, so I just wouldn't really know. But sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like that scale where all 4 zoners do particularly well against Rook. In terms of difficulty, I think Jaina is the hardest to pull off. Maybe Arg is also pretty tough.
No, Arg's easy, dude. Just mash
You think
neutral
it's
and
easy?
fish, and you jump over Earthquake. You did it.
Yeah. But Jaina is more thread the needle and more potential for huge disaster, like taking 4 because you.
Yes, yeah. Like
missed
Arg's, when Arg fails, it's because he just didn't react to stuff. Jaina actually puts herself in danger.
Yeah. And because Rook never gets next to you, he does 4 every time you make a mistake, right? Because you do a ground C into getting super. So
And not that any aggressive character, or any character at all for that matter, likes Bubble Shield, but I think Rook hates it the literal most.
Mhm.
Because Arg is actually mixing you up on his wake up if he has super meter? Like, what?
Yeah.
That's absurd. Because any button you press is punished if you press Bubble Shield, and if not, he can wake up with back A and hit you that way.
So our Organist took the first round. Would love to have seen that. Let's see if we get some more Rook
Oh,
wins
well,
here.
it's just like a march into the corner.
First cycloid of the tournament.
Yeah, so this is easily, if this really is Rook's worst match, this is why. This cycloid is just insane.
Huge reset.
And forward A, not fun either. And Rook's gigantic hurt box, letting you Rook get that 3 damage combo even from max range. On most characters, that would whip for sure. That was not a combo. That could have been a disaster. And there you go, just getting sloppy once, and all of a sudden we have a real chance. That's not gonna do it.
Boom, take 3.
Yep, there you go. That's automatic.
Just cycloid.
Maybe not? Oh, okay. I'm wrong. I thought the screen was far enough away where the cycloid would touch, but apparently not.
In any case, we get a round win and a third of a super meter.
Yeah, there you go. Even better. Oh, you can flash through that really easily. Trade works just fine. Thunderclap right through everything. Rookhugger sensing Organist was gonna eventually press a button and not just wait for the time stop, and that's when the time stop comes out, naturally.
Yep. Still an answer. Ooh.
Grounded hit at that.
Round 5. Fight. Earthquake.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral.
Earthquake.
Time spiral.
Vines.
Meter on deck again for Rookhugger. Knows better than to go for anything after that. Really, really high up hit on that drop gear.
You really just want a cycloid.
That's 3.
Checkmate. Buster.
Time spiral.
Okay, you can use forward A to punish the claps, but it's not totally free. You have to time it.
Time spiral.
That'll be 1.
Time spiral.
Ooh.
Yeah, big air there.
Time spiral.
Yeah, 1 HP Rook. Not the easiest character to get anything out of Geiger in this matchup.
Landslide. Earthquake.
Time spiral.
Air super pretty much amounts to being a. This should trade. Oh no, cleanly wins. Nice. Good timing.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
Really good reversals from Rookhugger. Only reversing when it's gonna work, which sounds like mean, but it's true.
That's how reversals, like, that's how you win games with characters that have them, right?
Time spiral. Time spiral. Clockwork.
Yeah, so the super here literally is like a full screen push plus 1 damage. Pretty nice. Or just multiple damage, I guess. Couldn't get the full juggle.
Time spiral.
This is still so hard.
Yeah, in some ways, fighting game commentary is the easiest gig in the world because all you have to say is some variation of the good player did the right thing at the right time. And you say that over and over again for several hours.
That's it.
Top tier commentary.
Landslide.
Flash gear. Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral. Drop here.
Not sure why Flash Gear does multiple hits to break the armor so that you get the knockdown, but hey, there you go.
I mean, it's pretty free. Like, Geiger can't really handle it otherwise, I think. Like, Command Grab Oki was really strong against him.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral.
Got greedy and press the button. You can just jump up and down if you don't press the button. Wow, just able to walk away. Oh, no flash gear.
Beautiful. He might not have had time.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't punished, but
Ooh, trying to say, I know you want a forward A.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Drop gear. Time spiral. Time spiral.
Yeah, unfortunately that Rook super meter not charged up yet. Seems like our Organist could have maybe gotten one out.
huge juggle is 3 damage.
Perfect. Round 3.
And the perfect. Why not? We never really call perfect in Fantasy Strike because like a third of all rounds were perfect, but hey.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
Thunderclap.
Time spiral.
Yeah, we almost need to like rename that in this game. Let's have it be like, good. Goes across the screen. Pretty good. That's what Rick says instead.
No, it should actually just give you a time, like it's like a speed run.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, actually. You can have like a little menu to show you your record in each matchup.
Time spiral.
Yeah. Mario Party 2, new record!
See, this sounds like a good feature. Can we get this in?
Round 4.
Do my best.
Fight.
Rook Hugger kind of just, at this point, it's starting to look less close. It's looking more like why this is a hard match. It's just, Rook has to guess right all the time.
Yeah.
And without super, Geiger can actually just like jump you down also.
Time spiral. Clockwork.
Yep, that'll
Spin?
I don't think that's what you need. You need to like land and throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
KO. Round 5. Fight. Landslide.
Janet the Chow saying, heck yeah, you did it. Have the wave race announcer every time you go through a buoy.
Okay.
Time spiral.
Good. All right.
Drop gear.
The range on
clap.
that.
It's because of the clap.
You win.
Yeah.
It's just C-clapping
Organist
gear.
just. I don't know if they're just not willing to play anyone else. Obviously, they do play the characters, considering they're high ranked in rank mode. But
Yeah.
Time spiral. Drop gear. Time spiral.
I don't know. Maybe just wants to keep on rocking with the
Time spiral. Step.
Rook, as they're known for. Maybe it's like a personal challenge. Try to beat the best players with Rook. It's like a, this isn't Evo, I mean, nothing's Evo anymore. But this,
oof.
this,
Time spiral.
this isn't a big major of any kind. So it's like, if you want to get some good real sets against people in the hard matchups you're going to face, it might be better to get the data. You know what I mean? Like when the stakes are low, you might want this. Because you're going to run into Rook Hugger at some point in another tournament, and you're going to get this matchup, and the more reps you have on it, the higher chance you have of winning when the stakes are high. So I'm like not against Organist, like quote unquote not playing to win here,
All this talk of stakes making me hungry. I know you would not agree.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Step. Time spiral. Drop gear. Pause. Drop gear.
Ooh.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
This is 2-0 now. I think the scoreboard hasn't been updated yet.
Right, Rook Hugger is up 2-0.
Landslide.
Nice throw.
Big no.
KO.
I like gambling there. I mean, if Geiger gets away, you just need 1 damage, or you could just turtle really hard.
Yeah.
Drop gear. Flash gear.
Oh,
Ooh,
no,
a little
not
too
that.
far. Not jumpable, real punish. Oh, what side are you on?
That was actually pretty ambiguous. That's hard to tell.
Round 4.
It's almost always a cross-up throw, right?
Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral.
Earthquake. Landslide.
Time spiral. Clockwork.
Thunderclap. Earthquake.
Here comes the other super.
Earthquake.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral. Time spiral.
Big boot.
Gear.
And I guess the juggle. That's so rude.
It's not even the damage that he cares about, it's the advantage time,
Landslide.
Rook's gonna take some damage getting in, but like the extra minus frames, just because
Right.
you bounced off of a gear.
Yeah, you're even farther away.
Yeah, it's tragedy.
Earthquake. Earthquake.
Okay.
Time spiral.
I mean, hey, you do what you gotta do.
Time spiral. Drop gear. Time spiral.
Man, that's so fast. Yep.
Cleaning the hits.
Oh, didn't believe? Thought there was no way that Rook was not going to block that jump A and did not confirm into forward A or neutral A or anything.
Landslide.
Sometimes mental hits done greater than the one in the game.
That's right.
Time spiral. Flash gear. Time spiral. Ah, clockwork.
Oh no, that's Kaputski. Oh no, this is it. That was actually kind of hard timing.
Yeah. Rook trying to do that back A to get in there.
This is so hard for Rook on one life because you have to actually jump super drop gear, otherwise it just kills you over time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's some universe where you use the iframes of the ground super to beat drop gear, but I've never seen it happen. So
I don't
maybe
know if it
actually,
even has enough.
Calculate.
yeah, it might be impossible.
That Yomi counter in this match is just a disgusting blowout.
It's looking like we
Oh,
might
no.
be getting a reset right
Yeah,
now.
this is Reset City, I think.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Drop gear. Time spiral.
Yep, great drop gear. So if you just mix in that, like some drop gears and some forward A's into your mostly turtle, it's just, oh yeah.
Oh no!
Perfect.
Just stand there
Gear
and
to
mash it.
gear.
You win.
And that's the bracket reset.
All right, has Organist had enough?
Not even close.
Not even
It's
close.
the rematch.
Funny enough, Rook could switch.
Yeah, new set.
But
Rook mirror, come on. That way we can say Rook won the tournament.
I know, right? Very disingenuous data, right? For the power level of the character, unfortunately. Yep, Organist wants it. Oh, the game crashed, or they're in round 2 or something.
Who knows?
There they go.
Rook. Valerie.
Oh, here we go. The self counter pick, very powerful.
Just wants the Val, I guess. He got stuck in the Geiger. Got bored, and then just couldn't play 3 more.
That's
That
actually a
match.
really good way to win, is to bore your opponent to death.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, well, this is gonna be a much faster set.
Yeah, for sure. The last set of the night, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Stun City Cyber here on Wednesday
It's been a
afternoon.
very great tournament.
Boop.
KO.
Spin to win.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, get away from the entire scene.
Rainbow Disc!
Whoa, mashing buttons. Oh, everyone's mashing buttons. Alright.
Okay. Yep, good throws. Organist is putting her in the spin cycle.
Round 4. Fight.
Ricardo getting washed.
Yeah.
Thunderclap.
Oh no, you gotta react to that.
Oh boy.
Good crane grab.
Oh,
Ah, yep.
Everything.
Already knew. Okay, well. Organist on the board.
You lose.
Fastest 1-0. We get that change character real quick.
Rook. Unshakable.
It's gonna be the Setsuki maybe the
Gray.
Gray. Okay. The Gray also pretty good matchup. Ghost incredibly oppressive.
Yeah, this is like grueling to play as the Gray though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a grind out, right? Like you're not doing like you're playing a zoner that doesn't have good chip tools.
Or good tools, period, but enough to win.
Yeah. Organist demanding the Geiger.
Demanding to be destroyed by Geiger. A bold decision.
And again, that's the thing, you know, if you can get the hard matchup, the more you play it,
Round 2.
the more chance you have of being better at it later in the future when it matters the most.
Assist.
Alright, here we go.
Assist. Earthquake. Thunderclap.
It claps.
Oh, yeah, that's a scared face. You can see it.
Yep, the Gray very sad. He's been around a long time. He knows what happens when the big man pulls out the vines.
Alright, clawing back though.
Where's the ghost? Oh, there she is. Bam, bam.
Oh.
And PTR, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah.
Understood.
Landslide. Thunderclap.
Oh, dodges and then no follow up, so just eats the command grab anyway.
Justice kicks.
And that's another command grab. Oh, super.
That's the one you're supposed to use last time. You don't just get to do it again. It's a typical mental,
Daggerfall. Assist.
you know, I whiffed my Shoryuken, so I gotta do another one immediately to prove to my opponent that I know how. It happens to everybody.
Earthquake.
Smart empty jump. Or into the delayed punish, because you will only gotten one otherwise.
Man. It's not a wide man.
Hey, look, he hits the gym. Don't talk to him like that.
Thunderclap. Thunderclap. Earthquake. Assist.
And you have actual all day after hitting them with ghosts to follow up.
Fight. Assist.
I thought he'd go for the safer jump BB. Counter hit tragedy.
Wow, wrong way ghost. Vacuum ghost, very impressive.
Oh, take 3.
Assist.
See you later.
Round 5. Fight. Counter. Assist. Through. Justice kicks.
Oh, what is that? That's not gonna work.
He's kind of afraid to use Daggerfall, looks like.
Assist.
Empty.
Daggerfall.
Oh, that could have been a tire crusher. Oh, the trade.
Nice use of forward. That's like a weird spacing to use that, but Organist maybe knew that a jump was coming and tried to at least catch that.
Assist.
It's also like forward edge just becomes pretty good when you need 1 damage, right?
Assist.
Yeah.
One.
Flashing chip.
Almost row.
Oh,
See, smartly avoids the chip by getting hit for real.
and that's 2-0 there.
All right, let's see the Midori now. I'm feeling Midori.
Midori coming out. The Lum.
Rook. Unshakable.
Lum actually wouldn't be too bad of a pick.
Setsuki coming out.
Geiger.
Okay.
It's my time.
See if we get the reverse sweep here. Rukager looking to take down the tournament with a long road. Got to win 12 rounds before he loses 4 in a row. And we'll find out in round 2 if he's on the road.
Premium content every single game of the finals. I mean, it's the finals after all.
When Rukager often gets there. Unfortunately, that's maybe the cause of it in some cases. Was not able to upgrade his internet, unfortunately for him.
Round 2. Fight.
Or for everyone.
Landslide. Landslide. Oh.
Time spiral. Time spiral. Drop here. Time spiral.
Earthquake. Landslide. Earthquake. Landslide.
Time spiral.
Thunderclap.
Time spiral.
KO.
Would have been 2 damage there. Boom.
Round 3.
Perfect.
Fight.
Time spiral. Drop here. Time spiral. Ah, clockwork. Ha ha. Time
Take 3. Oh no.
No, misses the jump. The gear has hit before the back end.
Yeah.
Time for a change.
Oh no.
Disaster.
In the corner too, roughly. So big cycloid here. Not a lot of screen space to go backwards and
Time spiral.
avoid this. So just gonna run into it.
Time spiral. Yeah.
Earthquake.
Time spiral.
Earthquake.
Time spiral. Flash gear.
KO. Perfect. Round 4.
It doesn't really look like Organist. Organist. I'm trying to correct myself. Has the answer to Geiger, but see, as soon as
Oh boy.
And,
the universe
it
just wants to make
appears-
you look stupid.
it appears as though I've run out of $1 million.
Fight.
Time spiral.
Fires. Landslide. Earthquake. Landslide.
Yeah, it appears that my lottery ticket will not be all jackpots.
Yeah.
Thunderclap. Landslide.
Flash gear.
Clipping the armor.
Time spiral. Ah, clockwork.
Earthquake.
Yeah,
Cannot
same
get rid of-
situation.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
This sucks to deal with.
Maybe catch the drop here. Nice. Counter hits.
Time for a change.
Oh no.
And you're basically dead. It's really hard to win from this spot.
Clockwork.
Yeah, one flashing ship preserved from the Yomi counter.
I mean, you're not literally dead, but
Oh.
yeah, you take one here and then it just sucks.
Time spiral.
Yeah.
Oh. The hyper forward, eh?
Round 6.
Everything was going great until he chose Geiger. Now things are spiraling out of control.
Oh
see,
no.
see yourself out, Super. That was too much for the stream. Game crash?
Uh-oh.
Looks like it was, what, 2-2
No, it's 3-2 in that game.
in Geiger's favor?
Yes.
Okay. Playing a friend online might be a little bit of a delayed message. Yeah, not quite sure where we're at in getting back into this. Maybe they jumped in really fast and
Wow. Okay.
wow,
Okay.
during the downtime, just
Okay. All right. Wasting no time.
top tier meme generation.
Round 1. Fight.
Time spiral.
Okay, so Ricardo will only need one round to take this game. But Organist will need 2.
Drop gear. Time spiral.
Could have got command grab there. I wonder if it's like good Rook tech to just always hold back and mash C during block strings. I think it is, right? You just do it.
Yeah. Why not?
So potentially missed opportunity there. Oh, animation.
KO.
So this is tournament point now for Organist.
Fight. Thunderclap.
Drop gear. Flash gear. Time spiral. Ah, clockwork.
Oh, bad start though.
Just takes it here.
Time spiral.
Yep, we'll just acknowledge that our life is going to be a 3 HP Rook.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. It's going to be at 3 HP left, Super on deck.
Yeah,
Go,
no, that was
just goes for it.
huge risk.
Yeah. I understand the feeling of wanting to end the tournament right this second, but...
Time spiral.
Go for a neutrally
So-
first, and then everything becomes a mix.
So they're just playing on this, or how's this? What's the deal?
I don't know. Maybe they just gave that one to Ricardo?
Drop gear. Time spiral.
And they're starting from scratch? Maybe that's the case.
Earthquake.
Time spiral. Ah, clockwork.
Geiger's hair is just elegantly disheveled there.
Oh.
Nice booty.
Round 4. Fight.
Time spiral.
Yeah, seems like that's the case.
Drop gear. Time spiral. Flash gear.
Okay.
Time spiral. Time
Doesn't want to either take the chip or the throw. Nice. So, I think everyone, including myself, compulsively goes for that neutral A juggle because once in a million years you get it,
Right.
and it
Yeah,
feels
why not?
amazing. But I have not seen that juggle in months. So,
That's okay. Maybe they're
No
playing
harm.
Jaina.
Round 5.
yeah.
Fight.
So I don't know what's going on, but this is definitely tournament.
This is definitely.
Drop gear. Flash gear.
Good patience from Ricardo, not pushing buttons, getting caught. Maybe see a low to the ground cycloid in a sec.
Drop gear. Time spiral.
Oh. Yeah.
Clockwork.
No super on deck.
Would be round.
Time spiral. Step. Time spiral.
Yeah, just because of the amount of time that's wasted. It's kind of Ricardo's like round to lose now.
And just as we say that, I didn't say it though. You said it, so it's probably fine.
Yeah.
If I said it, death.
Time spiral. Time spiral.
So you would revert to old school vines that like you hold and they go across the screen.
6. Fight.
All right, so
How did he
Rook
get
Hugger
there?
gonna tie this
Time
up
spiral.
for sure.
Drop gear.
Oh wow,
Flash gear.
it didn't work.
Spiral. Clockwork.
See, I have to actually mean it. I can't say it facetiously.
Right. It has to be like from your own insight.
Right.
You know, like, oh, the trade. Okay.
That's really bad, actually.
Drop gear. Time spiral.
All right. Looking to tie this up 2-2 in the final set. Ricardo needs one more game
Will
to stay
they
alive.
drag this to the longest possible set,
Time spiral.
or will Organist find a way out?
Clockwork.
Ooh, that was really good.
You'll take that. Yeah, you'll take that.
Yeah.
Time spiral. Drop.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
That's not it.
Uh-oh.
That works. Either C or forward A.
Flash gear.
Okay,
That's
there
it.
is.
Tournament over. Organist got him.
All right, I am going to escape before I get murdered, but thank you for having me. Have a good one.
Thank you, Aphotics, for joining us. That was a fantastic tournament.
Thanks, Aphotics, for that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I couldn't resist. Let me just get this windscreen here. Okay, so that'll do it for Fancy Strike, right here at Cyberstun City. We do this every Wednesday, right here in TTT2. If you want to get more information about this game, because we would like to have like a larger player base. So Leontes, why don't you tell us everything about this game?
Yep. See, I see 18 to 29 people in the chat every week, and I don't see 30 people joining the bracket, and that makes me very upset. So I know you guys enjoy watching the tournaments, but come on, get in there. It's not so dangerous. You know, the game is easy to understand, very easy to get into. Fantasy Strike, a fighting game made by David Serlin. He's the lead designer of Street Fighter II HD Remix. Game's available on Switch, PS4, and Steam. Has crossplay for all platforms and rollback netcode. If you want to find out more about the development of our game, you can go to discord.gg/fantasystrike. It's the best place to find matches against top players like Organist and Rook Hugger and Roniko and Janet and MKAL and all these fantastic players we saw today. If I miss you, don't worry, I'll get you next time. You can also check out our Patreon page. We don't have a slide for that right now, but it's patreon.com/Serlin. If you already own the game and you want to support the game even further, then you can go there and find out what's coming up down the line for the development of all of our games, not just our video games, but our tabletop games as well. And I think Safety Man's got a couple slides for events that are coming up in the near future.
Yep, events coming up. Let's start off with the one that happens every Saturday on Thy Pirate King's channel. 3 versus 3 weekly tournaments on twitch.tv/ThyPirateKing. You can head on over to their Discord /3FNBBE3 for more information. It happens Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Another event happening tomorrow, not too long from now, is the Garden of Chaos 7 by Janet the Chow and Daniel Stratulch. Garden of Chaos is a silly rule set Fantasy Strike tournament. They're already on week 7, so almost 2 months in. Their silly format this week will be Roll the Dice. I actually have no idea what that means, but If you want more information, check out gardenofchaos.xyz. That is the website. And once again, Thursday, July 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. British Standard Time. Let's take a look at our event, Stun City Cyber. Weekly fighting game tournaments for every game. Or, I mean, I can't say every game, because that would be insane.
All the games.
A lot of games. We're usually on 5 days a week, but this week we have an event for running for Super Turbo. But anyways, Monday's Tekken, Tuesday Samurai Showdown, them fighting herds. Wednesday Street Fighter 5 and Fantasy Strike, and tomorrow Thursday we have Third Strike. You guys got a Twitch Prime subscription laying around? Please don't waste it, because it's free. And if you like emotes, Fantasy Strike related emotes, consider dropping it to us, because look at all those 6 lovely emotes you get to use everywhere on your favorite Twitch stream. Maybe even convert some random players to play Fantasy Strike. You never know. Oh, well, that's not the slide I want. I think I have to do this one. And be sure to stay connected with us, Toronto Top Tiers, by following us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and YouTube. You can also check out info.torontotoptiers.com. That'll take you to a Google Doc of all of our upcoming events. Today's tournament and archive will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, in case you missed any of the action. And with that said, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I'd like to thank our commentators, Leontes and Aphotics, for joining us tonight. Thank all of our players for participating. Can't do this without you guys. And hope you guys have a fantastic evening. That'll be the end for the stream, but if you stick around, we're gonna raid someone. So just give me a few minutes to find out who. I don't think anyone is streaming Fantasy Strike at the moment. I'll do a double check. No, okay. So let's just go on to let's host the Them Fighting Herds. It looks like Valiant North is doing a tournament. So let's go ahead and raid them.
Alright, have a good night, folks. I'm out.
Yep, thank you, Leontes. Everyone have a great night. Give Valiant North your love. And we'll see you next week right here in TTT2 for Fantasy Strike.